Oh, there we go. Hey, I can hear the playback. Hello, everybody. Great to see you here today for Edge of Legend, second season. This our fifth episode of that. Sam was trying to coach me on how to make this sound less clunky. Didn't take. Sorry, Sam. I'm going to do better next time.
Great.
Did it?
Yeah. It's
trust
so natural. Natural.
That's me. All right. Well, let us say hello to everyone and introduce the players for this evening. Michael, of course, won't be here. He's taking a bit of the night off. So we are going to be starting with Mr. Tobias. Please, Tobias, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Meowdy. I'm Tobias. I'm playing Tobias. This doesn't get old. And my pronouns are he, him, his.
Excellent. Next up, we have Sidney. Sidney, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, my name is Sidney. I play Alona, the half-elf cloistered cleric, and my pronouns are she, her.
Excellent. And next up, we have Kylie. Kylie, tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hi there, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. I play Sheotibus, the Elven Ranger, and we both go by she, her.
Excellent. Last and certainly not least, Sam, please tell me who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I am Sam. I play Ichipaktan Papaqui, also known as La Pacifica Dorita, and our pronouns are she, her.
Excellent. That just leaves a little old me. My name is PJ. I'm the GM for Edge of Legend and Nat 20 Productions. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing everyone and everything in between. And a quick recap before we get into today's episode. If you haven't seen Kylie's awesome job of recapping on our YouTube, Nat 20 Prods. Last week's episode, we had the conclusion of the trial for the soul of Asim Ra, finally able to prove that his rightful soul place is with Ra, his god, who recognized him, and together they purged the devilish influence of Ravan from him forever. After that, when they were able to enjoy their victory, it was shortly lived as Al-Muhammad, giving one of them, I believe it was Tobias, his business card, mumbled under his breath about how this was kind of a distraction so they could have an insurance policy for the Red Wastes. Everyone figuring this out or hearing this had a complete exclamation point go above their head because Set wasn't there to protect his kingdom. The heroes weren't there, and the champion of Ra wasn't there. So it was very unguarded. Rallying their forces and getting a ton of sweet Anubis loot, they rallied together and ran to the Red Wastes and fought off the devil who failed in the first round of trials, who was being put out to fight in the Red Wastes to, I guess, redeem his place in the Nine Hells. Meanwhile, Set and Ravan had another go at each other, and eventually all the heroes were successful in destroying the Ozulith devil, who's then sent back down to the Nine Hells, and Ravan cowardly fled as well. I'm seeing some laughter going on here.
I just remember when you were talking about Set, how he wanted to humiliate Ravan, and
I think you mean cuck.
Yep.
That's
Yes.
the word.
Yep.
I believe the word you were looking for.
Feral. You're just all feral.
Yeah. Yeah, we were discussing that we are Tobias and myself are two goblins in a trench coat. We're looking for the third. If you know someone, ooh, let us know. But yeah, that was the episode.
Ooh, fucking woo.
Oh, starting off so strong. Okay. So, and after Ravan went back to their place in the Nine Hells and Set basically said, by the way, the firestorm that I summoned is kind of out of control. Y'all probably should leave the Red Wastes. And they left with everyone having a moment of peace and joy. It was then that Tobias's nose started bleeding and he almost fell face first into the sand because I guess that penance from Nineveh, though, it's starting to lose patience with the Woodward coupon. And that is where we're going to start this episode. Face down in the sand, bleeding out your nose, slowly dying, as everyone stands around Tobias. So with that being said, welcome to Season 2, Episode 5 of Edge of Legend. And have at it, you heroes.
You broke him. He's broken.
That's fine. Everything.
Oh no, Tobias!
I see two of
he's
you.
Broken.
but I only have one eye open.
Okay. Morel, can you pick up the Tobias, please? And we need to get back to a boat and get him back to the Platinum Hammer like yesterday, like right now.
Actually, last week probably would have been ideal.
Yeah.
Morel walks over with a big hand, grabs you by like the waistband, and just hauls you onto his shoulder. One goes, "All right, little man, let's take you back."
Thanks.
Someone had to say it. See a band-aid while we're on the way, or what?
Yeah.
No, he's fine.
A LaCroix?
Wow.
Here's
He's
the
fine.
thing about
You're so sweet.
Here's the thing about this. I don't think magical healing will do much because this is between him and his god. So anything that I do is really just going to be a band-aid that's going to bleed through eventually. So we can do maintenance. Absolutely, maintenance is good. And this conversation is happening as they're figuring out accommodations to get them back to water. Yes, I can absolutely do that, but this is a sacred promise, not a like, oh, he was stabbed heal. More complicated.
I mean, that can be arranged too. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
If you really want to do some healing,
I think I will need my energy for
I
later,
believe
but-
Shionibus is very grumpy that I solved her problems. I hate when that happens.
Ah,
at
Alona's
least
gonna-
my god talks to me.
Well, apparently he didn't. Mine's talking to me right now. It's telling me to shut up.
Probably for the best.
I'm paying penance anyway. I might as well keep talking.
Perception check on how to get Tobias to a boat.
Sure. Yes, please. Perception or survival, whatever is higher for you.
Oh, let's find out what is higher for me. I think survival is actually no, perception's still higher. Math. Someone's got a calculator and is doing some math, but the math is bad because she keeps hitting the wrong numbers. 22.
22. So you remember, mostly due to the spirits that protect the coastline of the continent of the Triumvirate, you're going to have to go back to a major port in the Tezuku area, which is a big walk to the southeast of the continent. I'm sorry, southwest of the continent. So you're going to have to hurry.
Would I know if we have like a teleportation portal home to Tezuku?
Oh,
It's a good question.
she's
Give
a
me,
princess.
yeah, give me a society check.
While she rolls for that, can I, like, as we travel, can I roll for finding out what the Nubian version of LaCroix is?
Yeah, give me a society check.
Okay.
It was going to be real bad, and then it decided to turn at the last minute. That's a 30.
Oh, damn. Okay, good. You know that kind of the reminder of this is watching the Elves of the North build this kind of two-way portal between the Northern Citadel and Alpha Prime. You know that the Nubians have a secret portal kind of in their deeper antechambers in the temple and in the big castle. You can definitely use this, but after the pruning of the great trees, it's kind of hard to find a location this goes to. You're not really sure where it'll lead you to, but it can lead to off continent.
I'm going to convey that to the party.
Wait, so this is a portal that can go anywhere in the world? That's what we're saying?
To clarify, a lot of structural portals tend to have a specific point B. It can be multiple point Bs to choose from, but it has to be a known point B. The problem is that since the trees were destroyed and a lot of the Elven Citadels kind of are closing their borders a bit, it's hard to know for sure where exactly the point B is for this teleporter network.
So we have a portal that could just spit us out in the middle of the ocean.
Could put you out in the middle of the ocean. Could put you at the Platinum Hammer. Could put you deep in the middle of a country that you haven't been to. Maybe one with
Do
a
I
giant iron
know
wall.
if the Platinum Hammer has a point B?
Give me a, you can give me a society check as well,
Sure.
Tobias. You would know this as the Grand Hospitalier.
Yeah.
So my society check was a 14, just in case you need that.
So with the 14, you know that there is this wonderful, crisp, refreshing beverage out in the deserts of Nubia. It's always cold, has this perfect texture. Unfortunately, the flavor isn't quite there. It's like someone magically tried to create this alchemical potion and then forgot to add the flavor. It's called the Ankh, and you drink it and you're like, I feel better, but I don't think I'm actually tasting anything.
Good, just like I like it.
16 for me.
16. There are teleporter sigils for sure in the Platinum Hammer's headquarters. You don't know if they would respond to this teleportation. You've never seen it used to go to the Elven Citadel of Nubia directly.
Can I take an Arcana check for that?
I'll tell you what. Let's combine forces here. Tobias and Kylie, both give me an Arcana check to see if you think maybe you can make this work.
I mean, it's not a very good skill for me. 15.
Okay.
27.
So,
Alright.
unfortunately, Tobias, no ideas come to mind as you're trying to make it work. But the princess is able to just go like, you know what? Yeah, if you can give me literally any of their arcane information, Kylie, if you get any of their arcane information, you can basically put it in like a GPS to this gigantic wheel. It'll only work one way, but you can teleport there directly.
Do I have this information?
Yes.
Excellent. Here it is.
Okay. Well,
I'm
then
not one
let's-
for the arcane, so this is not exactly my wheelhouse.
Are we taking a long rest, by the way? Because I'm looking kind of rough.
Oh crap! Hold
I
up.
meant,
Let me
I
heal
meant to
you.
ask.
Let
Every-
me heal you.
Everything will be fine when we get there.
PJ, does Tobias have hit points that are affected, or is this is literally between him and his god, right? I can't
This-
really. I can't
yeah.
do anything. Okay, I'm gonna heal you, Kylie. I'm gonna just tap you and heal you. How much? How much?
I'm at
Need.
16 out of 66.
Okay, we're gonna do what you'd like to.
I
gonna
believe
do things.
utilizing my lay on hands was not exactly the ideal move, according to my goddess.
Fair. Let's see. We have more math for me to do. You're healed 15 points of health, Kylie.
Sick.
All right.
Halfway there.
So, all right. How do we get to this? Where are we going? How do we get there? Tell me where to go. Morel's
I
carrying
mean,
Tobias.
Do I just I have to get back home to find this portal. I think you guys can go in. It's in like a secret royal thing. But like you're with me, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Right?
So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, just be like, I'm the princess. Nobody look at me. And then they won't. So how quickly do we get to this portal?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get down, by the way, and walk on my own.
Okay. Yeah, you feel like you can walk just fine. But everyone else can see you're in this giant flop sweat.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
Nothing. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh
What do
no,
you
I was
have
gonna
to
say there's no
walk?
other things we can fast forward to the royal chambers
Yeah.
with the portal. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Shionobis kind of pulls the butt on the princess guard a couple times and gets to this deep basement in the citadel itself. There's a bunch of torches lining the wall, and if it wasn't for the torches, this place would be pitch black. Golden stones with hieroglyphics depicting so much of the gods and the elven livelihood. And you see in the center of this massive room, easily it's like a 50 wide by 100 tall kind of rectangular room. There is a massive sundial. Like it actually looks like the sun itself made out of stone. You see a gold trim and a red interior. And you see arcane sigils going along the golden rim and along the floor. You know this as basically the door of the sun, or the door of Aten, Aten. So wherever this door opens, you basically move through the sun magically. You teleport through the sun and get to that location. Which is why it's important to have kind of two doors so you can get back here. Otherwise, you're just kind of getting spit out.
We'll figure out a way back later.
Okay. So, any chance I can get some arcane checks for the ritual to get this thing going?
Oh crap! I will totally do that. Okay.
Got a 17.
That's not great. It's not bad. It's no, that's good. 22.
Me too. That 22 is not bad at all.
Yeah. I just, I don't have the best modifier for Arcana.
14.
Okay, 14, 22, 17. Tobias, what do you have for me?
Do you really even want it from me?
Yes. Give me the number. Give me the terrible, terrible number.
Oh, I'll crit. So 22. Apparently I know about the arcane.
Okay. Well, this does make sense. It is technically you are kind of putting in like your arcane IP address. You're like, this is where I live.
I can go home.
So you see the arcane sigils start to light one after the other on this floor, this massive sigil kind of gridded out by the stone structure. One lights up, and then two lights up on the side, and then more until a circle is complete on the floor. You're seeing arcane sigils, holy divine symbols, and this wonderful pattern start to create from the edges to the center, this intricate Nubian symbol. Then the sun itself, the red pitch, starts to spin until it almost becomes like a liquid, going from a solid to a liquid, this red mercurial fluid. The golden rim around it begins to echo the arcane and divine sigils on the floor. And as it spins, the golden disc around it starts to spin independently until eventually the red liquid becomes clear, and you see the island for the Order of the Platinum Hammer just outside the third ring by the docks.
I'm gonna stumble right through that shit.
All right.
I'm
Are you guys-
assuming like Ichi's never seen what the platinum hammer looks like, right?
Oh yeah, never been there.
Okay. Did we make it? Are we lost?
Do you go through?
Oh, we didn't walk through yet?
I have.
Oh, well, Tobias stumbles off. I don't know if you all see
I
it
would've
together.
followed.
Tobias
Okay.
ditches. He's I'd be back here.
I definitely would have followed. So I guess I'm just asking him, like, is this it?
Probably.
Probably. Shouldn't you know?
I continue to ignore any further inquiries.
Tobias, once you emerge from this portal and you land on your feet on the docks of the Platinum Hammer, you suddenly realize just how bad you honestly felt this whole time. And you can only really feel this because you suddenly feel the relief of it, this pain that has become so subconsciously normal. You know, the damage causing you to bleed, you feel your sinuses just clear up. You feel your muscles get strength back. You feel the sweatness gone. Everything wrong with you that was just kind of magically there and honestly almost numb to is now finally been thrown off, and you feel whole again.
Finally. All right. Well then, welcome. I feel rather chipper.
Good.
Yes.
I'm
Incredibly, actually.
I'm glad to hear that, Tobias. Well, what do we do now?
I have no idea what your further intentions are. Deal's done for me.
With that, you do, Tobias, happen to notice one of the clerics just running around the dock. And you know they're one of your hospitaliers because they definitely have like this giant red cross wrapped around like a holy sigil, and they're running around. They look at you, they go, "Oh, by the mother of promises,
Don't have a heart attack on the docks. Just don't.
Grand Hospital, it's so good to see you. No, the other members of the
What's
Grand
gone terribly wrong?
the other members of the order, they need you in the major office. They need you now, sir.
What's happening? Tell me first.
It seems to something about something called real magus Romagus, something like Romagus Day. I don't know. It's a prophecy. It doesn't make any bloody sense to it. But they said they needed you. They
Excellent.
needed all hands on deck.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much for this lovely information. I'm very excited to be back. This is why I left.
Wow.
I will. If you'd care to join me, welcome. I will turn heel and offer them to come with as I walk towards where I need to be going.
All right.
Anyone who gives them like looks of they shouldn't be here is just going to get hand waved by me.
You actually see there is a very warm, welcoming presence here. Now, from what you're familiar with, being back home with the Platinum Hammer, your home is a very interesting and powerful note of history. The island itself is actually in the shape of a giant mall. So the meat of it is kind of this big, blocky rectangle with kind of a small, like a handle going off. Right behind the highest point is this massive volcano structure with its own sea inside the volcano of water. The whole order, which takes up the size of most major cities or even countries, is broken into 3 rings. The first ring is the sort of outside greeting ring, where a lot of businesses are open to deal with trading, to sell to people from all the world, or to basically be a welcome harbor to refugees and people of interest that come here.
Yeah, import export.
Exactly. Because this is a full neutral organization, they cannot take a side politically. They also do not rely on money from other nations unless it is trade from their own resources. They're trading their own labor to outside resources. You know that on the dock, this place is blessed by Half, the god of the sea. There is a holy land, if you will, of water that is a fishing spot where Half himself will either bless you or sometimes curse you, depending on how you fish. There is a number of people selling things like runes and adventure emporium and all sorts of things like that. On the second ring, deeper back, this is where you keep a lot of the civilians. This is where everyone lives. If they work by the docks, they live and provide services in this second ring. Give you some more details on that in just a second. There's the barracks, the housing, a community workhouse where people provide labor and materials and services and food for the entire island, as well as creating some things that can be later sold at the shops by the first ring. There's also the lands of Islay and Nadir, where you can have food constantly being grown as well as animals for any services. And there are multitude of places of worship for literally every deity in the known world. And the last ring, the third ring in the far back, you know it very well. It's this magnificent castle, kind of built almost like in this three structured castle that's built to the back of the magnificent volcano that's housing a sea inside of it, and it's
I
called
can't believe we're in Disney World.
sort of, yeah. And the massive castle is called the Sarkon. The first platinum hammers that came to this isle made that their stronghold before developing outward for more people. There is your office, and the other 4 grand hammers live in the Sarkon. You have training grounds for all of the paladins and champions and clerics and oracles and witches that need training to do their job. You also have the Grand Library that houses religious artifacts, reliquaries, relics, and texts, some thought long lost in the history of time. You also have basically the biggest cathedral that was copied from one of the biggest cathedrals first erected in Acadia some 10,000 years ago. This is the biggest infrastructure in the known world, and it is a completely neutral entity. You live here, you work here, you save the world every day here. And with that, not only do you have full reign of the city, as everyone is offering protection and access, but you know that the other four hammers are very used to you faffing around and being late for meetings, so you kind of have that working for you.
Perfect. In which case, to the meeting.
PJ, did you
Mhm.
say other 4 hammers?
Other 3 or
Other 4 hammers. There's
the
5.
grands, yeah.
The 5 grand hammers of the platinum hammer.
Yeah.
Tobias being one of them.
What?
Yeah.
The
I
other
damn.
4.
I just have the
Darn.
hospitalier
Okay.
section.
Right. Yes. That dot connection. Ilona is connecting these dots. Those dots have not been connected because she heard Rufa always say intern. And so she thought Grand Hospitalier was just an intern to another hospitalier that maybe was grander than the Grand Hospitalier. And now she's realizing that the Grand Hospitalier is like, oh, wow. Oh, you are important.
Shionabis just leans over. She's like, Alona, take your jaw off the floor. You're gonna catch flies.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is everyone around me so? You're a princess. He's the leader of like.
Well, we all know now.
Yeah.
You're never gonna
I'm
see
like, I don't
these
need
people
everyone
again.
else.
Yeah. She's a princess. Tobias runs
Okay.
things. Ichi's a superstar.
And I own a theater.
Yes, you do.
I'm very important.
Absolutely.
I'm
Anyway,
gonna go to a
Tobias.
meeting.
Yeah, let's go.
You're welcome to join.
So
Or you can go to the tavern and I can find you. I don't
No.
care. Okay. Very well. Then come along.
all right. So everyone's going to the Sarkon for the meeting. Okay. All right. Joe, could you play that new song I sent you?
Got a song.
Yes, you have a
Oh.
theme song.
My background now makes sense for everyone.
Holy crafted marble and massive platinum metals create this massive structure. In the morning sun, it hits the platinum and reflects to the point where this building is blinding and powerful and reflects to the whole world. As you go in, you see hundreds of feet high vaulted ceilings and statues with Azamat holding a rag in one hand and a dragon in the other. You see Koga, just blades coming out of his body in all positions. You see statues of every god in the world, those wielding beards and hammers from this Vigar. You see Anubis with a scale from Nubia. And in the way back, you see this beautiful constructed window, enchanted and reinforced, and you can see the sea reflecting the light from the sun itself. This holy building has stood neutral and the front line of all chaos for the past thousands and thousands of years. It is not about which god is right. It is about what is good and what you can do for good. After some time, a cleric comes by and sees you all, notices Tobias.
I will note that my armor and clothing is battered and bloodied still. I'm
They-
not, but I'm fucked. Like my shit's fucked.
They look you up and down, they go, oh,
A little busy. I heard
Yeah.
there was a meeting.
you must have been on another pilgrimage. Yes, come right this way. We'll take you to the grand office.
please.
They kind of shuffle, and you get to this, you go up this beautiful stone spiraling staircase that opens to this massive tower spire. You see this beautiful big door covered in platinum studs, reinforced leather, and wonderfully carved wood, and reliefs of different gods and holy warriors and grand events throughout history. The door takes some heft, but as you open it from these metal bars, wonderfully crafted with dwarven notes, open it up, and you see this massive room divided into 5 parts. Each part has a window to the world, and it's designed to almost be like an office where there's things being hung to denote something about the person in general. And in the dead center is this divine map of the world, and planted on the map, perfectly polished platinum maul with a handle upright, resting there, as if planted by Azamat himself, like Excalibur in the stone. Looking in one corner of the room, you see a office, a sectioned out piece with a massive dragon's head stuffed on the wall. You see a forge tucked into the back corner, currently still ablaze with fire, primordial fire. You see a hammock made from fey silk that glows like rainbows, and in there you see a sleeping Borodin Bronzeye, his massive axe tipped against the wall. And another, you see vaunted shelves filled with books that had been thrown all about this tiny office. And you see a dartboard covered in darts. And there you see a little bowl that says Rufus. And it's massive. It's filled with dog food. And you can see a nice little gigantic pillow where sleeping is a battle mastiff, snoring very loud and slobbering out of one of its cheeks. And reading a book very boredly is Lucy Goodbook, just like, get to the part where the good stuff happens. In another corner of the room, you see an office that is bare bones, Spartine, with a window that overlooks the entire island. There's a desk, an ink quill, a globe, some holy iconography, and nothing else. But the person there, we'll get to in just a second, because we're going to jump across the way, where you see a man floating in the air reading 4 books at once. His olive skin tone and long beard suggest that he is from Acadia, but the gold light coming out of his eyes and the wings from his back show that he is part Aasimar. The window behind him is open as the sun itself is literally just beaming to him, and he's absorbing the sunlight. And he's just reading these 4 books, and he's just laughing. He's reading another one and crying. He's reading another one and going, no, you didn't go to college. That's not how you write that. And he's just having these moments of yes, no. And again, no judging to people who didn't go to college. And then you see Tobias's part of the room. You see Tobias's office. Tobias, what would your holy grand hospitalier office look like?
Oh, I'm never there. It is dusty. The chair is kind of cocked. It's not nicely pushed in. There is one of the windows facing outwards is certainly stained glass of Nineveh, and that seems to be the only nice thing in the fucking room. Otherwise, many of the papers are scattered about. Documentation is probably an inch or 2 high in papers and files. Miscellaneous medical instruments of various kinds, several of them astonishingly unique. You wouldn't particularly know what they were used for. And yeah, that's Tobias's place. He never goes unless he's here for this meeting.
Nice. Well, walking out of the very Spartine office, you see a figure in a hooded robe with hand wraps covering their hands and this almost impossible to see face. Sidney, Kylie, this character looks very familiar to you. This robed figure whose face is not seen, whose details cannot be described for cover. In episode 1, there was a hooded figure who left the city of Cobbledale, who waved goodbye. You now recognize this hooded robe. This is that person who gave prayer on the Forgiveness Day, way before the war started, right at the beginning of the entire journey. And this person comes walking out, and you hear a powerful but approachable voice of a woman say, "Thank you for making us wait, Tobias. Glad to see that you have returned. Please join us."
Yes, I made it in one piece. I'll need new armor after this.
Good. We'll make sure the armorers can give you. Are you okay?
I am as good as I can be.
Great. Oh, are these the heroes that killed Korikos, defeated Korikos, and end of the war?
I'll just kind of look over my shoulder and raise my eyebrows.
Yeah, no big deal. It's it's part of the job,
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet you. It was great to send resources to. You know what? 1 second. Her 2 hands pull back the hood, and she starts to unravel the hand wrappings. You start to see wonderfully complex alabaster skin covered in a light scaling of red, and 2 big red horns that was being hidden under the hood. Her long raven hair and deep blue eyes seem at contrast with the red scaling and big red demon horns coming out of her head. She starts to take the robe off. You see she's currently wearing armor. She wraps it over her wrist and then puts it on a shelf. And she introduces herself as Cash Karkaxian, the leader of the Order of the Platinum Hammer.
I was told that it was all hands on deck, so I thought I should arrive. What's wrong today?
1 second. So, Cash looks at you and she says, "Well, we have 2 prophecies. Well, we have 2 prophecies, but we're currently having Elkosh Mako look in on it. Isn't that right, Elkosh?" And you see the Akkadian Asmar just go, "Yes, that's correct. I've been working on them quite extensively. Ancient text in context is very, very difficult, but we're trying to solve these 2 prophecies."
Well, 2 separate ones happen to be in conjuncture with one another. Are they conflicting? Or...
No, not at all. You see, and they kind of, their legs start to kind of unfold from the air, and they start to kind of glide a bit, and they say, "No, the information isn't contradictory at all. Right now, we're trying to figure out if it's the same prophecy, or if it's 2 different prophecies."
Understood.
Yes. The context is quite dire. One is something about the Day of Ramalgus. We're not quite sure what that is. The other one is about a very different event. We haven't quite. It mentions about a repetition of sort.
Interesting.
And well, normally we would let you do whatever it is you needed to do. Being Grand Hospital is very important. However, they do mention the end of days.
And that is why we are having a meeting.
Cass just kind of smiles. A simple get-together. That's all it is.
I will waddle over towards my office and grab the inevitable things I need to create coffee.
Ichi sees you moving towards what is, I assume, a fantasy copy machine.
It's like a French press.
She's just kind of like, so
Yes, Ichi.
I did hear somebody just say end of days.
Mhm.
So I want to make sure I get my priorities straight. First, coffee, then apocalypse. Is there enough for 2 cups?
Actually, that's a great question. I'm gonna roll 1d6 and we'll see how much
How much
coffee I have
coffee's left?
I love it. He rolls a 6 and he's
I
like,
did
no,
roll a
sorry, that's
6.
called it.
We're gonna need it.
Yes, I could make everyone coffee. Normally, I only have enough for the other Grand Hammers, but I'm sure some of them are fine going without today, as we have guests.
You hear this little voice in the back going, no, I know I didn't wait here all day just not be included in the coffee. You gave me my damn bean or else I'm gonna jump up there and punch you in your Adam's apple, you giant taint.
I'm sorry. Did you say please? I couldn't hear you.
Lucy Goodbook throws her book on the down, her giant dog kind of snorts at the book, and she goes, I said it in my words, not yours.
Just checking. I will proceed to make 5 cups of coffee.
Alona's gonna rack her brain to figure out how she recognizes this cloaked figure. And I'm looking through my notes, and the only thing I have is Shionibus seeing this cloaked person literally following them to the docks.
I
and
can't
watching
believe
them leave
in,
our
I didn't
in
even
real
have
time,
that.
we're actually watching you against the wall, putting the yarn together with a cigarette hanging out of your mouth. Like, I know where they're from.
Just like, we gotta talk about Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah, as you throw your papers in the air. The case in point.
And I got basically nothing. So all of that was cool. Prophecies about what? Alona comes back.
So the Akkadian Asmar introduces himself as the Grand Cleric. His name is Elkosh Mako. And Elkosh Mako, the human Asmar of Acadia, says, well, right now we have 2 different prophecies. One, the closest we could figure out was something about Ramalga's Day, but right now the text is very obtuse. The other is a prophecy, something about the repetition, the circling. We haven't quite gotten the right context right. But the crux of it is what little I can guess. Ramalga's Day is some sort of event that's going to cause the end of everything. But this repetitious one, there's something else that could possibly cause the end of everything. But the context makes me believe that there's some chosen factor with these prophecies. We're not sure what it is. Honestly, it makes no bloody sense.
So there's okay. So Framalgus Day means end of days. Cycle prophecy also end of days, but cycle prophecy has chosen factor. Do you mean what do you mean by chosen factor?
Well, the words are different. So in one chance, it could mean the one above all, and the others it means he chosen by something, and the other it means just those who decide to follow. The translation is a little weird, a little nebulous. We're trying to ascertain the truth of these prophecies.
Okay. Would Alona have any knowledge of Framalgus Day from all that reading she did back at the temple? Which is not as nice as this. This is insane.
Hey, oh, hey.
What?
Or someone getting a bit of castle envy.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry.
You
By the
wish.
temple. The temple,
wish.
I mean where
I don't.
Alona is from, the temple. Shionibus's library is one of the most beautiful places in the entire world. And this
It's one of
certainly
the 8th wonders.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of
Canon.
wonder.
Canon now. Yes, it is. All right. But anyway, Alona notices the tension between Shionibus and Tobias, and kind of backs away to talk to the Acadian person alone.
Okay.
I'll begin handing out the various coffees, all of which will be tainted with cream. Shionibus's will have the most cream, and the only black cup will be given to the other Grand Hammer.
Gasp. One in the front.
She's gonna take it with a smile. Just the thing.
Ichi silently like gestures to Shionibus to see if she wants to switch cups.
If you want to, this is a lot of creamer. It's very sweet. Though you tend to like really sweet things. Like you had all those sweet buns, right?
I do. I just
only
know that
made
you
it as
might.
sweet as you.
Switch with me.
Okay.
That's why I also made that other one completely black. Not sweet. Not a sweet person.
Off to the side, does Alona know anything about prophecies about any of these from her time growing up with books?
Give me a religion recall knowledge check. This will be a very hard for your level check. So the DC will be 30. No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
That's sorry, I lied. It was 25 for very hard.
That okay. Let's see. Religion and this. That's good. I have good bonus to religion. I am good at this. Okay, that's 29.
Okay. So with a 29, you recall a lot of smaller prophecies that are kind of already talked about in the book. Not a critical. So what I'll give you is you definitely recall a prophecy that kind of talks about a dream that Nineveh had before she died on her pilgrimage and ascended to becoming the first human turned goddess and became the goddess of paladins and oaths and duty. And the dream speaks loosely about something about three, and that there's going to be a great conflict of these three.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna follow up with that with this Arcadian fellow whose name is what again?
His name is Elkosh, Elqosh, and his last name is Mako, Makko.
Okay.
Elkosh Mako.
Elkosh Mako. She's gonna follow up and ask if this is the one that they're talking about.
Well, could be. I mean, these prophecies could mention a lot of different things. Right now, it's really hard to read into the Romalgus prophecy. The more I do, the more I get really bad headaches. But the repetitious one doesn't seem to be about three. It just seems to be about one doing something.
What's his official title in the Platinum Hammer? He's the fifth of what?
He's the Grand Cleric.
Okay. He is the wow. Oh. That's important. That's wow. Alona's starstruck for a hot minute. Especially because he's really cute. Oh, this is overwhelming. Alona hides her face from Morel, and I'm just going to ask about the headache. Have you ever experienced anything like this before when you've done any reading on any prophecies? Does this feel like do you normally get headaches? Because it seems like no.
I mean, sometimes I get headaches when I'm under really great stress. Oh, this one day I was banishing a greater devil, and I had quite a headache from that. This one time, I had to perform an exorcism on a dragon. The dragon asked me to get rid of some sort of problem it had. I tried to get rid of the problem, and I got a headache from that. So that's about the same, I suppose.
Right.
Yes.
Maybe it's a caffeine headache. Tobias, caffeine, coffee.
There's enough for one more cup.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I don't do tea. I don't do tea. Sorry, coffee.
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember now.
Yes.
Ilona quickly realizes that this person is actually obnoxious. Um, we've all been there, right? And quickly goes, I'm
people's
going to
reaction to
see
me.
if I can do research over here with the rest of the people that I came in with. Thank you for all of your help. And enjoy your coffee.
He's not having anyway. Was the purpose of this meeting to do further research or to make a decision? Because it seems as though we've called upon a meeting with minimal information or circumstances with which to have a meeting. This is more of a work gathering, a work party. Is that what we're all hands on deck for?
Cash looks at you and she says, no, this meeting is to make a decision and try to figure out the best way to divvy up resources to stop whatever these prophecies are as we learn more about them.
So we're making a decision on something that we do not understand, therefore cannot make a decision.
Sometimes that's how it is. Now, if you wish to create a conversation on how to learn more about these things, besides leaving up to the Grand Cleric, whose job it is to understand and inhibit the word of most of the gods at once, I'm sure we can come up with something.
Lovely. He'll drink more of his coffee, just like temple rubbing. Just, oh God, why am I back here? Well, has our Grand Cleric asked for support?
Cash looks over. Elkosh? Oh, please, yes.
This
Whatever.
is your department. Divvy as you will.
Of course. So, if there could be any information, either in our library, or perhaps in Acadia or Shin or the world, that would tell us more about the repetitious prophecy, because that timeline looks a lot shorter than the Ramalgus Day one. Ramalgus seems nebulous. This seems more apparent.
All right. Well, we can begin to shuffle through our library as a start.
Right. Well, how about Cash says, great, how about this? I'm going to work with the Grand Cleric here. Why don't you go to the library? Anywhere else in the island is free gain and access. When we have need of you and your resources, we'll send for you. If you have information that you wish to give us, send for us. Divide and conquer.
Very well. In which case, call me when there is an actual meeting and not a meeting about the meeting.
Good.
This meeting could have been a missive.
Tobias, it could have been a missive, but I have a feeling that we'd probably lose the missive while you were in transit.
I was here already. We didn't need an all hands meeting.
Did he not get the missive? And Elkosh goes, I don't believe so. I talked to Nineveh about it.
He walks out of the room. He goes to the library. He's not having it.
Someone who works in an office, that was highly realistic.
This meeting could have been a missive.
This prophecy could have been a letter.
This prophecy could have at least been written clearly on stone.
Okay,
handwriting's an abysmal. This prophecy written by a doctor.
That's just no, thank you. Okay, so the entire island is open for your perusal. Anything you wish to do. If you wish to leave the island, you can. There's plenty of boats. The choice is all yours. What do you want to do?
Okay, so there's a big library, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go there.
Yep, that's where I'm waddling to.
Same.
Okay, and Kylie's going there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ichi, do you want to come with us to the library? I know it's not really your gig.
I do, because I like books. They're nice. But also, on the way there, can we keep our eyes out for some unique street food of this culture?
It's in the building. Okay.
You said the whole island. Is the whole island?
Yeah, you can go. Well, yes, but do you want to leave, get food, and then come back to the library?
There's no street food inside your building?
There are no streets inside of
This-
the building.
There's not a concession stand in the library?
No.
Not even like popcorn?
I do not believe they wish for the oils to get on ancient texts.
You know, I'm just gonna pop outside, just scan the streets, because while you are between the sheets of a book, I'm gonna be on the streets looking for food, and then I'll be right back.
Very well.
It's safe here, right? It doesn't matter. I have a
Yes,
hammer.
it's perfectly fine. Please don't swing it at anyone, Lord. As we begin to walk down towards the section of the castle that is presumably the library, unless it's its own structure, I'll kind of look over my shoulder as I lead the way. This, while it is helpful, we are now in the territory of dealing with the Platinum Hammer. You are not required to stay and assist if you do have other endeavors, but your assistance is appreciated nevertheless. I just wanted to make sure that you did not feel obligated.
That's nice of you, and I'm sure we appreciate that, but also it's kind of our thing now. And plus, I mean, it's a great excuse to come and raid your libraries. I'm a thief for knowledge, so this is good for me.
All right.
And Shionibus doesn't like being home that much, so we're gonna
And
be
loves
research
spending time
partners.
with me. So it was
Oh,
really
yeah,
a
all the
win-win.
time.
Yeah, see? Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we are.
Okay. So since we're splitting the party up a little bit, I wanted to go with the first scene where there's probably gonna be less people involved really quickly. Sam, so you're looking for some fun street food, right?
Yes, and Ichi's like philosophy behind this is really she's just popping out, she's just seeing if there's anything interesting to be offered, and then going back. No big deal, just trolling for some snackage.
Okay, dig it. So you're in the massive building called the Sarkon. As you leave, you realize that there's so it's a 3-ring system. The third and top ring is the Sarkon is. The second one is where all the people are, where food services would be. Now there are a bunch of other members of Platinum Hammer kind of walking around here. So you just kind of want to get a vibe for the Platinum Hammer members in this third ring of Sarkon. I can give you a perception check. If you want to go to the second ring and have a specific kind of food in mind, let me know, and we'll guide you there.
Yeah, I'll do a vibe check.
All right, give me a perception check for the vibe.
Can't believe you have to perceive the vibe mechanically.
That is a 22, and I can't believe that means I've rolled a 12 for the past 3 rolls, which seems statistically improbable. I'm gonna take it up with my dice manufacturer.
It really loaded the 12 spot. Yeah. Okay, cool. So really fast for clarification. Sidney, so you're hiding your face from Morel when you were talking to Elkosh. Is Morel going with you to the library? Because he may be doing that if that's the case.
Yes.
Dope. Okay. So you don't see Morel outside, but what you do see is a plethora of well-armed champions of the Platinum Hammer running around. You see one wearing kick myself for this later. You see one wearing a very heavy quilted pink gambeson covered in rose gold armor.
He's beautiful. I love him.
He's got a kind of high and tight, high fade haircut with a beard growing out, and looking at him, you see his eyes have pink and red hearts with a lion's face in his eyes. And he's currently stomping with these heavy boots and yelling at some paladins in training. Next to him, you see a man who looks exactly like him, but he's got this kind of heavy, beat up brown gambeson with like gray brush steel armor that's just all beat to hell. He's got this massive scar here and 2 other scars there. Similar haircut and beard, and his eyes just look like nothing but steel plates exist in his face. You see Ielenu Obinrin, who's also running with kind of her all-female unit, and they're all just kind of singing war songs together as they're going for a jog. You see a warrior, specifically an Eagle Knight of North Osmacon, whose war paint looks very real, and that's when you realize they're actually a half-orc person. So their skin has like where all the green would be for the war paint, that's actually just their skin, as they're wearing this eagle helmet with feathers all over. They're wearing a chainmail that looks like it's made of like rock feathers. And she is also training a group of warriors as well. And then next to her is what appears to be a woman from Shin, who, when she starts like a conversation, and then she gets really mad and her face turns blood red and a beard just shoots out of her face. And she's also giving orders. Eventually you recognize Justicar Ford walking around with another gentleman who appears to be from the coloration of his eyes, he's a fetchling, but from the clothing affectations, he's from Or. He's a fetchling from Or, which is very, very rare. And you see he's, aside from some nice jewelry, he's not really armed, but they're talking about like law and order and bodyguards and security and blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of the vibe you get, that this is a place that is still very much in the throes of perfection, discipline, training, and philosophy, as the one in the pink gambeson is just shouting very loudly about like what it means for sacrifice and duty and community.
I'll see Tobias kind of cover his ears. He's just like, oh, I'm so over this. Hate it here.
No snackage, just lots of people working out.
Yup, you've come to the
Okay.
training yard.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the guy in the pink gambeson because I've never heard of such a thing.
A pink gambeson is so rare.
Yeah. And I'm gonna stand directly behind him. So when I talk to him and he turns around, he's gonna look above eye level probably, but just because I think it's funny. And I'm gonna say, "Hey."
So the guy hears the hey, and he turns around and he goes, "Who's interrupting me doing my drill?" No, who's interrupting me doing my drill?
My eyes are down here.
Marius, where am I looking at? You see the one in the brown gambeson is going, "Come on, mate, literally, 6 o'clock low." Oh, bloody hell, there you are.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my god.
You seem to know a lot of things, judging by the volume of which you use your voice. Would that be correct?
Yes, I'm loud because I need to be heard by a lot of people. Yeah.
Okay. Good. So what I want to hear from you, keep that up. You're doing great. You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
If I can request something to hear from you to say with your loud voice is, where do I get snacks around here?
I could do that. Really first. Marius, the new person wants to know where they can get snacks. Damn it, Gaius, go tell them to go to the second ring. That's where all the food is. Thank you, Marius. You're very helpful. I hate you. I hate you too. He's my twin. All right, so you want, right. He turns and and loudly just shouts. And it's like, as he shouts, you can actually hear a lion roar. And kind of coming from him is this aura of Adaraya itself. And you see this kind of ephemeral lion behind him as he just 2 feet planted and shouts, "Where are all the snacks?" And all the soldiers stop in mid-formation. They go, "Second ring, sir." "And what do we want?" "Snacks." That was humiliating. "At ease!" And he turns around and he goes, the second ring is where the snacks would be. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. And do you have any recommendations, like your favorite snack?
I like mostly well, me and my twin, we like to have like a high protein diet. So like this is a place that just serves whole chickens, with like all the seasoning and the potatoes. Sometimes I like have like a nice warm coffee when I have the seasoned
Ooh,
potatoes in the seasoned
yeah.
chicken. It's really good.
High
Also,
protein.
there's
I was
we
just
have to have a
wondering.
high protein diet. Yeah.
You know about choco meat?
Choco meat. Marius, why does choco meat sound so familiar? You bloody dope. It's at the temple of the Iron Dragon. That elf has a station where they sell that. That's that's why. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, as you were.
Oh hey, before you go, I think you get a really big kick out of this. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out this kind of like leather square, and you can see there's kind of like a plate over it. And he goes, "This is something I'm really proud of. I think you're gonna love it." And he hands you this picture. On the picture, you see a young toddler, like a young boy, and he's got kind of similar brown hair, and he's wearing like baby clothes, and he's kind of holding up like two stuffed animals of like lions, and he just looks very, very precious and brave and excited. And guys just goes, "That's my son right there."
Oh.
Yeah.
Does it like flip out? Like, does it?
Oh yeah, you open up
there
the
more
thing and it's just a
pictures?
whole bunch of photos roll out. It's like you see guys like holding the kid, and the kid's like so like pulling on his armor, and he's like, "Yeah, here's my son. He's very strong. He's very brave." Yeah.
He's so cute. He has your muscles.
Oh no, I mean he's smart like his mother. He really is. He really is. No.
Well, that's just adorable. So you like kids? You interested in adopting kids?
No.
I know a kid that could use getting adopted. Anyway, we'll talk about that some other time.
Okay.
Good to meet you.
Pleasure
I'm
to meet-
Ichi, by the way. I don't know if I said that.
Oh, Ichi. I'm so. My apologies. My name is Gaius Drusus. I am the one of the drill sergeants, the Platinum Hammer, alongside my twin Marius Drusus, Yelenu Binrin. And I know.
I know her.
Oh, you know Yelenu? Oh, how'd you meet her?
It's a long story. It quite long. Let me tell you about that story as we cut to the other set of characters.
All right. So as Ichi begins to talk about the entire Green War, the camera slowly pans up to the bright sun,
Can't
slowly
believe you
fading to
found
black.
Gaius, dumb Gaius.
Yeah, how much of this is how much of this does Guy? I have a lot of questions.
Also, does Chad even know?
I don't think they have any idea
No,
what
they
you
have
guys
any
are talking
idea.
about.
Is someone gonna tell them?
Nah.
I don't
sit and
think so.
wonder.
Oh, I'm seeing Tobias in the chat. The moment PJ puts his LARP character into the game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's his own
Um,
character.
Fine, I'll put mine in later.
So
Check PJ's Twitter later for pictures of Gaius.
What? Goes to Twitter, starts putting pictures of
Yeah.
guys.
that's true. I mean, I just want to know if in game, out of game, in game, different game, if different game Tobias has a son.
Tobias?
Tobias or
Ah,
Gaius?
Gaius. All the Gaiuses, confused.
Long story short, no.
Okay. All right. This is just alternative reality completely. Cool.
Yes, this is the AU, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Not gonna lie though, when you pulled out your wallet and were like, "This is my son," Kylie and I both were like, "Are you missing your son? Is it Joey?"
That's what I was thinking.
Please be Joey.
Did
The
you lose
picture-
him? We found him.
The picture looks nothing like Joey. Different hair
Oh,
color
lame.
entirely.
Cool.
Nothing like him.
Cool. The only other child
Still
we've
an
seen
orphan.
in this game.
Hey,
There's only one kid that exists.
You know Marinley, she's a kid.
She's different.
Counts.
No, she's very
She's
different.
built different.
She really is.
She is though.
She really is.
Got the brain of 100-year-old lovely mad scientist. Anyway, you were saying?
Right. So we're going to fade back down into the picture to go to the library. So the library is kind of in the secondary part of the castle. And in the way back, this lush red carpet kind of divides these beautiful marble and platinum hallways until you get to this massive door. Opening the door, you see one of the biggest libraries you have ever seen. Every shelf is gilded with gold and platinum bars that can also slide so that you can use them to locate one book specifically, pull them from the library, read it, put it back in, and shelve it perfectly. You see massive, heavy solid wood tables lacquered and made with the most expert carpentry skills the world could offer from different styles of desk. You see little lamps made of special magics. When you click a certain switch, this light cantrip starts to come around the lanterns so you can read at night without any problems. You notice a number of clerics wearing heavy robes and walking around, putting books back and taking notations. You are introduced with a sudden voice going, "Hi, how can I help you? So good to see you here in the library. It's wonderful to see you."
God, hello. Cool. I
Oh.
never get used to your chipper attitude.
"I'm sorry, I refuse to not be chipper."
I'm aware.
You see a woman with big glasses and a little space in her tooth, and her dark skin would denote maybe like Tezuku or Nubia, but her accent and a little bit of her energy is not from the Triumvirate at all. And she goes, "How's it going? My name is Janelle Stokes. I'm one of the head mistresses of the library."
Janelle,
Yes.
I just need the prophecy section.
The prophecy section. Okay, I know where that is. Follow me. I know where everything is here. Follow me. And she takes you to the far back, and she's talking the whole time about all the amazing books there. She's like, "I love this place. It's my favorite. So we have everything from romances and action stories. We also have
Prophecies.
prophecies. Okay, so 1 second. You get to this massive door made entirely out of light. Walking up to you, can even see like a ripple in the light as she runs into it. She gets out a key that looks like this kind of brass rod instrument with a bunch of different arcane symbols on the side of it. And she takes the brass rod and she puts it to the light door, and you see these sigils light up. And with that, the whole light door goes away. A different air comes out. You can feel there's a lot of cold air in this room. This is the sealed library. And walking in, the lights are very dim. There's only one wooden table and a bunch of like stone metal vaults. And she starts to find one, open one, and she starts getting a bunch of really thick old tomes, stone tablets.
Ilona, can you narrow it down for Janelle?
Hi, yes. We are looking specifically for things about I think it's Feralgus Day and the cycle prophecy. Also, anything you have on Nineveh and the prophecy that she had before she ascended, specifically things referencing the Great Conflict of Three.
Okay, so let me figure. So we're looking for this. Okay, yeah. I think I have just the thing. She moves through, she picks out 3 heavy books. They're basically just leather slabs with parchment tied in. She places them down. She opens it very carefully. And she says, "So, you said Feralgus. I think you're saying it's a rel magus. That's the one. Nothing so much about that, but we do see one mentioning of it here, which is the first Gospel of Nineveh that was written, and that might also give you more information about her dream about the 3. Let's see here, we got the Gospel of Gorm. Whoever wants to read that. We got the Love story of half in the year. It's my favorite. Okay, here you go. She puts out another book and she goes, scoots over. Might be something in this. This is sort of well, when the Astrogenicon was being composed by mortal pages so that, mortal brains could actually comprehend, this was some of the first drafts about kind of the divine history of what was going on at the time. So this might give you some more information. Who knows?
Are you saying this is like one of the first drafts of the Astrogenicon?
Yeah, precisely. This is actually one of the first attempts to take all the divine knowledge and put it into written form. It's not perfect. It did require a lot of fixing, mostly just because it's kind of run on sentences and just nonsensical madness. But it's all there.
Oh, Lotus sees this, and like light is like coming out of the fucking book because this is incredible. Oh wow. Okay, great. Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. And thanks for being awesome.
Oh, thank you, thank you for coming into my library today. The other
I'll
library
lock the
masters are
door
not
on the
here.
way out.
Of course. You know that as she walks away with her garb on, that there's also a very unusual leather belt with a very unusual leather sheath. It's a very short leather sheath, and it's kind of got an unusual curve to it that's not quite normal. It's like a dagger might be there, but it's way too weird for a dagger.
Can I make a perception check? Does she have any sort of emblems on her as to who she might worship?
Right ahead, yeah, make a perception check.
Your mind went there. My mind went, what?
That's a math. I can't do simple math right now. It's fine. 32.
Very awesome. So you recognize she has actually around her neck and on her robes the iconography of Iodex, of course, the god of law and judgment. You also see Falkland, who is brother to Leofer and the god of like definition and like direct, like what words mean. And then you have Leofer, who's the goddess of stories and what words can do. But then you start noticing something weird about the sheath on her hip. It says Stokes Industry 0.357.
Why does that?
Yeah.
Yep. Interesting. That's a unique thing on your hip. What is that?
She's carrying a piece.
She's walking away. What's that? Oh, my divine weapon. Yes, this is my favorite. This is actually something that my family makes where I'm from. And I got it consecrated, and it's my own little holy weapon.
And where are you from?
Oh, I'm from this place. I don't know if it's called New Jack City. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I've never seen a weapon like that, so I was just curious. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Normally, we're not supposed to leave with these kind of weapons, but since my family makes them, who's gonna tell me no? And she kind of pats this. Now you see this really unusual sword handle coming out of the sheath.
Interesting. She'll let her walk away.
All right. Well, if you need anything, let me know. Have a great time, and I'll see you word nerds later.
I love her.
I love every waking moment she speaks.
Okay. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. What do I need to roll to get anything out of these books?
That's a good question. So, as you're going to be doing some research for quite some time, we will have you all roll your choice: society, lore, especially if you have library lore or anything specific to libraries and books, or religion check. But I was going to make the DC for that a little higher. So here's what I'll say.
Okay.
Society and lore will be a very hard check of 25, but religion will be a incredibly hard check of 30.
Okay.
21 on society. Rip.
I'm gonna try for religion anyway.
Okay.
Because everything else I
24
have.
for society.
24, one
So
off.
close. So close. All right.
Mhm.
Come on, dice. Come on. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So glad we brought a nerd.
Me too.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah, 32, man. 30 freaking 2. I rolled an 18.
That does it. That beats the incredibly rare check. Okay, so give me one book you're looking at or one thing you're specifically looking for.
Crap. Crap. There's so many good books. I want to look at the first draft of the Astrogenicon that she gave me. The first, section-ish that she gave.
Sure. It's gonna be the very, very, very hard one. Dope. I will give you 3 bits of information. Number 1, you find something in the text called basically the fall of the father, and this is a kind of a warning that Azamat is dying and that soon one day he will die. This is in reference to an injury that he succumbed when he fell to the 9 hells to save Tarzamat, who rebuked him upon fighting to her. The wounds that he suffered in the 9 hells was grievous, and though he is a god, he still is dying. And this kind of clicks to you because you've seen so many different depictions of Ozma. One where he is a man covered with a dragon, one where he has got a dragon, and another one where he's holding a sick rag, or he's like holding like a wound with great love and reverence, because it was the wound that he suffered to save his love, and he's dying from it.
Uh-oh.
Don't fall in love, kids.
So number 1 is the prophecy called Fall of the Father, that Azamat will probably die one day. Number 2, another prophecy that you are getting is called the Out Damn Spot. And it is talking about Magadon's diabolic blade and how it will be the cutting quick to the end of most things. And there is one other prophecy, and it's called The Last Lie. And it said, long ago, there was a beast, a terrifying beast the gods themselves could not kill. Koga's blade could not quell it. Iodex's laws could not chain it to reason, and Azamat's righteous strength could not overcome this evil. They sealed the beast away in holy seals of their name. Lost is this beast to time, but seals can be broken. So those are some of the 3 prophecies mentioned in this book. And there's one last little bit. Throughout the book, they keep having this unusual title pop up, this word over and over again. And it refers to something called like the Dunyas. Dunyis. Sorry. The Dunyas. It doesn't make any sense. You've never heard it before. And then in other words, another part of the book, it says, the Dunyas, whose name we give, though title was lost to time.
Okay. So, am I making the connection that this beast is called the Dunyas? Or
No.
is this something? This is different. This is completely different.
Different thing entirely. It's referring to something else.
Okay. Am I making the connection that the great conflict of 3, that Nineveh, the prophecy that Nineveh saw before she ascended to godhood, the conflict of 3, am I making a connection that these 3 things that I'm finding in this first draft of the Astrogenicon could be referring to that?
Hard to say right now. You're mostly looking at the first draft of the Astrogenicon. You haven't really had a chance to look at the Gospel of Nineveh, one of those early ones.
Okay. Thank you. This is good.
Can I just make a straight religion check to know about the first gospel of Nineveh? Because that is my,
Absolutely.
that is kind of my thing.
Absolutely.
Oh no, I'm a terrible. I really don't care. I rolled a 12.
A 12. You're like, Gospel of Nineveh. Not any handbook I read. Oh well.
Though Tobias,
Hmm.
Alona kind of gets close to you and kind of like whispers in your ear, remember that time when I kind of like was very rude and didn't understand boundaries and was still learning a lot about people, and I apologize still, and I was kind of like looking at you pray, and you were praying to Azamat. Alona gives Tobias this information about how Azamat is dying and was wondering, could you provide any insight on perhaps that prophecy, since I know you also follow Azamat too?
Doopa-doopa-doo.
Unless I'm totally wrong.
Well, unless I roll shitty again with a 14.
14 total.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally. What? Azimat's dying. He's like Superman. That's probably just some that sounds like some wounded propaganda to me. Trying to make those wounds,
Azimuth
stronger.
seems like he's doing fine. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You don't want to see any flaws in your powerful figures, I understand.
I mean, at the end of the day, my job is to deal with the hospitaliers.
Okay. Appreciate. Okay. Forget I said that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Goes back to books. Looks at Shionibus. Hey. Hey.
Hi.
Listen. There's a lot of books here. And I know
Yeah.
that this end of the world stuff is stressful, and you just got out of a really stressful situation. I want to check in and see how you're doing.
Well, as good as I can be, given we're in this place that I've never been before, and it's fine.
Insight check.
If you agree, Kylie, to be incited, then that will be an insight check versus your willpower DC. Your will DC. Sorry.
Do the thing, I dare you.
Ooh.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm a
Nope.
brilliant liar.
So good. So good. I got you. Bum, 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 bum. Anyway,
But I am, this cash person that we saw back
yeah,
at the time. Did they look
Yeah.
familiar to you?
they did look very familiar. I think
Okay.
I think so. I think they looked familiar. I think they do the the thing in That's So Raven when it kind of goes and she sees the future. Well, Alona
I hate that.
Well, just Alona sees the past and remembers this person. It's like, oh, I wonder why they were there that day. Didn't they? Weren't you trying to look for them and they like got away or something?
When was this?
Oh, Tobias, this
No,
is
it's-
before we
it's-
met you.
No, I understand that. When?
The
couple months ago
day.
now.
Yeah, it was the day that the Green
I guess
Army
the-
first attacked
yeah.
Cobbledale.
All right. Well, we do know about that. PJ, would I have known my coworkers' whereabouts on that auspicious day?
Let me answer that question with another question. Do you think you'd give a crap about what they were doing on those days?
On that day specifically, probably, because I would be hectically like preparing for war.
Sure. Well, this is before the Green Army was like a big threat. They were just attacking. But I'll say this. If you want to know where Cash was on that day, give me a perception check as you're looking through your own mind.
Go forward.
21.
You do recall just before you were sent out on your mission to go get rid of the undead threat in Dunstan, that Cash said that there was this really cool like ceremony and holiday happening in this tiny little town. She was going to go garb up and basically just kind of go pay honors and hope maybe she can get a good word in for herself.
Yes. So Cash was present. Do I know the town name?
Cobbledale, something like that.
Cobbledale
Cobbler.
or something of the kind, for a festival, just a celebration.
It was the Vigil of Forgiveness Day. Yeah.
Ah, yes, I'm sure that my coworker has many things to be forgiven.
Oh,
As do you. Anyway,
No, I've dealt with
so-
that. I brought you all here. That problem's easy.
Alone is gonna take a book and go over there. Go. I'm gone. Goodbye. You have that conversation.
So Kylie, what were you gonna say?
I was just like, that's just really. Did you wait, Ilona? Wait, before you leave. But there was, she followed us to that boat, didn't she?
She followed us.
Yeah.
I remember that you followed her.
I mean, I follow a lot of people, but it's part of the job, you know.
Yeah, it was you and some other weird person that I don't really remember. Things are fuzzy. But yes. I believe what I heard that I remember was that there was a person in a cloak. We saw them. You thought they looked suspicious, so you followed them to the docks, and then they got on a boat and got away, and then you almost died because you fell off of a thingy, and Anubis
the
saved
thingy.
you. Yeah, there's like, so there was a big ledge.
We don't have to like recall.
No, please.
Recall knowledge. No, really, it's okay.
There was a
details.
big ledge,
split.
and I
Yeah.
saved her life. I
Good
saved
job,
her.
Ilona. You're very sweet.
And then after I saved her, Anubis like thwarted this gigantic siege spear that was gonna like hit her or something, and it almost hit me instead.
Oh
seems
yeah,
about
and that's how I met you. Yeah, and Morales is
Oh.
kind of there going like, wait, Shunibis, that was you that jumped the ledge?
Okay, why are we talking about this?
That was
right
like
now?
90 feet, you mad lad. What you did? That was amazing.
Shionovis, you have so much to live for.
I'm starting to regret it now, but it's fine. Anyway, so PJ.
Yes.
The prophecy of the fallen princess.
Shh, it's fine. Is there anything that I would know about Nubian lore with some kind of reoccurring prophecy or something about a doomsday, essentially?
Give me a society check since you're playing from your culture specifically.
Let's go. Just quick math. 27.
27. Okay. With like kind of the literal transcribing of the gods Ra and all of them, you do recall something about how at one point the sun will vanish and all will be darkness, and the veil between Duat and the living world will be torn, and all will be death and destruction. Like when it goes to the finer details, it's not really very present. So it's just this kind of thing hanging over you, like, we have an Armageddon story too. One day the whole friggin' sun's gonna vanish and death will just be reality.
Is there any coinciding details with those two prophecies?
There is that kind of commonality where when the end comes, it won't be peaceful. There's this marked, violent, cataclysmic end.
Like, how often do prophecies really come true, right?
Perception check.
I am making a religion check immediately. Oh, 21.
That's not bad. So a religion check for how often do prophecies come true?
Oh, yeah.
All right. It's kind of weird. because there's a lot of stories, some that say prophecies are meant to be, accepted. Some that say prophecies can change depending on how hard you take them to heart and change your life. And the other one, the third concept, says that basically prophecies are always going to happen no matter how hard you work. They just happen in a different way. And the problem is there's enough mythology and stories to kind of lead you down any one path. But whenever there's a prophecy, it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
I'm just gonna look over to Shandamus and kind of shrug. It's pretty much a coin flip. I will flip my half-broken coin.
Do we peep that?
Oh yeah, it wasn't hidden that I kept it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip the half-broken coin.
Where'd you get that?
The same place where it spewed in court. You literally saw me do it. I wasn't being sneaky.
Okay, yep, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's only half. I get to keep my eyes.
Speaking of half, we need to keep you away from the ocean.
That'd be appreciated.
Of course.
He and I aren't on good terms.
What happened with you in the water?
I touched his kid and nearly drowned.
Well, that's don't touch wet children.
Not a literal child. It was like, I don't have time for this.
This all just seems bad.
It almost looked kind of like coral or like a gem, and so I was like, "That's pretty," and I touched it, and he got real mad, rightfully so. Yeah, you
That
shouldn't be
happens when
going
you
around.
touch pretty things.
Yeah, that's why I don't hug you. Duh.
I know. I respect your safety.
Morales goes, wait, does that mean that you don't touch him because you find him pretty?
Yes.
I'm just saying, that's what you said. So,
He
anyway,
knows it.
Alona, I need to go see a man about a horse race. Here is a small book I found called it's about Afra. It's our goddess. I figured maybe you might want to have it. And in the meantime, I'll get ready. I'll get ready for a horse race. So whenever you're done with your business, just I'll meet you then.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Right.
Alona takes the book because she completely forgot about the horse race because, there was court and, Awesome Ra's soul and then the red waste and then Tobias was dying and then, oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Looks at book. Is there anything in this book that's helpful or is it just cute and nice?
Besides cute and nice, there is one part towards the back, and it talks about
It's called the index.
The index. It's filled with important information, like where you can find other cute stuff in the book. No, so in towards the back of the book. God damn it, Tobias! Now I can't stop laughing. In my head, in the back, you see a thing, and it talks about one of Afra's first kind of messages to the world is that one day I will find my avatar and I will try to heal the world's wounds. And they will be someone who is healed and forgiven as much as they heal and forgive others.
And then Alona snaps back to the grim reality that that's the entire freaking reason that she's even out of the temple in the first place is to find this freaking avatar because that was the quest she was given by her actual god.
Well, everything's been different since the Green Nation attacked.
Damn it. Hero points, sir.
That's the first one today?
No, I've been wanting to give one to Sam for a while, but I want to cut back to her because she's been a champ. Sam, so the camera pans back down onto you and Gaius as you sum up the entire Green War.
It all came to be. Yeah, what do you think?
Gaius just sitting go, that sounds absolutely awesome. I wish I was there. I was not called to duty. That would have been so freaking cool. But no, I had to be here make sure the new recruits got trained.
You know, next time there's a
Nick.
big giant war,
Yep,
I'll
next
send
time.
you a missive.
And then Marius is over there, and he comes like stomping over, and he goes, no. Next time you have a missive for war, you give it to me. You leave jelly beans over here to stay at home. Oh, shut up,
Jelly.
you old sock. Shut up, you gushers fruit snack. I'm gonna punch you in the mouth.
They have gushers. It's canon.
Ichi's just fascinated, but she butts in and says, well, I can see you all have some adorable names for each other. But one more question for you. Who is that? And she points to the Osmaconian looking person.
Asmaconian half-orc is named, and they look to you and say, oh, it's one of our another one of our drill sergeants. That is Kimalma Guatamak. They are one of the Eagle Knights of North Asmacon, champion. They are the champion arbiter of its Papa Lotikhuatl, the goddess of sacrifice.
Nice. Pronoun check.
Oh, she, her. She goes by she, her.
Okay. They going on break anytime soon? Can you have them go on break?
Would you like them to go on break? I can give them a leave. Yeah, okay.
Wait. Before you say anything, actually, me, a hero of the realm, I need somebody to take me to where the snacks are. Show me around.
All right.
I need a snack.
You
So can you have them can you assign them that duty?
You ain't getting a snack, you getting a whole entree.
So, guys, first of all, Marius is like, the bloody hell are you talking about? And Gaius goes, what? Oh, yeah, I'll be right back. And Gaius goes walking off, and Marius is just their arms folded, like grubby, beat up brown gambeson and just brushed steel armor all effed up. And he's like, I don't understand that twit. Gaius walks over, and you kind of hear them whispering, and he kind of points to you. And the half-orc kind of looks at him, looks at you, kind of pats him on the shoulder twice, and walks over. And she says, "Hi, how's it going? You guys told me you needed someone to help you walk around, find some snacks."
Yeah, I needed to find a snack. Will you help me?
Yeah, what kind of snacks you looking for? See what we got it.
Something delicious.
Something
Let's go. Show me your favorites.
Love to. Have you heard about this thing called an arepa? It's delicious and cheesy.
Have I heard of an arepa? And then Ichi just goes into a long list of every arepa she's ever had, and then you can pad back to the library.
So I'm going to give you 2 hero points. One for the hero point I wanted to give you and had that sick dope rhyme when you left the Sarkon, and another hero point just for vibing and having a good time with Kimalma. And that being said, we're going to finally take our 5-minute break. When we come back, we are going to have more action here at the Platinum Hammer with Edge of Legends. See you in 5 minutes, everybody. Hey everyone, thank you so much for our break. We're glad to be back. We're here for the second part of episode 5. I think I broke Kylie a little bit. Sorry about that. I'm not
I
sorry.
rammed my knee into my desk.
That's much worse. I'm
Kylie
sorry.
broke Kylie.
You already just told me the tale of your broken body.
It was the other knee though. So now they're even.
Now you're symmetrical.
That knee though.
What that knee do? Okay.
Hey yo girl, what that knee do?
What that knee do?
Hobble.
Hobble with it. Yeah.
Amputate.
Good Lord. All right, let's get this train back on track. So we had Ichi was going on an escort with Chimalma. I'm sure I'm saying that right. Yeah, Chimalma.
You might call it an arepa adventure.
An arepa adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Can that be the name of the episode?
Yeah.
Please.
I'm giving you full rights. Go right ahead. I trust you.
It's the least plot relevant thing.
Exactly.
Also, thank you to whoever subscribed on our YouTube. We really appreciate you doing it. We got the alert in the green room, and we thought it was Joe, like giving us love from across
We
the
thought
universe.
it was Joe sending us sparkling messages through sound effects, but no, it's just one of you subscribing to YouTube. So thank you. But also,
I choose to believe the lie. I think Joe wouldn't subscribe himself.
Yeah. Okay, so really fast. So right now we have two different moments happening right now. We have the 3 in the library and the 2 looking for tasty snacks. So what I want to do is I want to kind of gauge all of your interests and ideas together about what you want to do next while you're here at the Platinum Hammer.
Well, listen, realistically, perception check for Lona. How far are they really going to get on these prophecies at this point in time?
Prophecies, yeah.
How much time do they really need to be delving into this right now?
I'll give it to you. You get the feeling from what you're reading with the very first copy of Estrogenic when you do kind of peel open the Gospel of Nineveh, a bunch of other things, that this is something that you can take your time with. It's all in highfalutin fancy speak, and there's like, on the 39th moon or the 29th dog bark. It's like, what the hell? Okay, that's whatever that
I'm gonna
means.
be peeking over Ilona's shoulder as she reads the Gospel of Nineveh and actually learn something about my deity.
Okay, give me a religion check to kind of reflect that you are trying to
Sure.
research your deity. But yeah, so did I answer your
17.
question okay?
Yes,
Sidney?
You did.
17.
17.
Oh.
Unfortunately, yeah, the only thing that stands out is stuff you already know, so you're not really learning anything, you're just having old
Sounds
information reaffirmed. Yeah.
In that case, Alona's gonna put this to the side, and she has a horse race to go to. So she's gonna go find Morel, and
Wait,
she's
what,
gonna.
What are you doing?
Oh my God, I didn't tell you. Okay, I didn't tell anybody. Okay, so when Morel and I were on the Ferris wheel, we were talking because we were talking over.
You have a date.
No, did I? I
Mm,
don't know.
You might
What's
have a date. Could be a date.
Definitely, it was definitely a date.
Definitely a date.
But it was
Definitely.
but we were all there. It's just the two
No,
of us.
but then the two of you went off and did your own thing. That's a date.
And
But
now
you and-
you're going without having told anyone prior to a horse race for a man on
What?
a date.
Well, no. Hey, well,
Second date.
Double date.
well, Shionibus,
Could be a
would
double date. Hey, Shionibus, what are you up to?
No.
Why not? It's a horse race. They race horses.
Are we not going to talk that you just totally betrayed my trust about getting this finger from my god?
Yeah, and now you're not going to lose your eyes. So your beautiful gaze that I love very much because I can see my own reflection within them can stay.
We're not talking about me right now. Alona, I think you should 100% go on this date because you just deserve it.
I don't think it's a date because you and I, Shionibus, hang out one-on-one all the time, and that's not a date. That's just us hanging out.
I mean, if you want it to be a date, it's fine.
But they were
It's us
roommates.
just hanging out. And they were roommates. That's different. I have taken you under my wing since the beginning, and I am more of a mentor, I'd like to say. This is different. You and Morel seem like you guys get along really well, and there's definitely something there. So why not just go and have fun, enjoy yourself?
Well, now that I think it's a date, I'm nervous.
Excellent. That's the first step of a date.
She'll hit Tobias. Like, dude.
Listen, it's not a date because it's a competition. It's a competition. We're competing against each other because on the Ferris wheel, we decided that.
What good love story lacks conflict?
Well, it's not like we're really like fighting. It's just, if
Mm.
I win, he teaches me this really cool
Oh.
thing from this
Oh.
You
book.
get a third date.
No,
Can't believe you're competing for a third date. Congratulations.
Well, he didn't say what he was gonna win. So
Fourth date, perhaps.
we didn't call it a date, so
They
I
never
don't.
do.
You don't have to.
What do you mean? But clear communication is really hot.
So then ask him.
On a date.
or
What?
if this is a date.
And
Oh.
could it be a date?
As you said, communication's hot.
Giannis and I communicate very often and clearly.
I don't think that's true at all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We get along just fine.
Absolutely. Which
feel
is
like
why we're
mommy-
going to enjoy the double date.
Mommy and
Wait,
daddy
what?
are fighting.
Yeah, that's why we're going to the horse race.
Okay.
Yep, we're going.
Mhm.
Alona,
We're there to support you.
cool, great. Now you're gonna watch me on my date. Is it a date if you watch me? Is that what a
Oh
date
yeah, but
is?
because the date is still the competition will be observed by the masses regardless. So really the world is watching your date.
Is everyone gonna know I'm on a date?
You're not ever going to know
Probably
about
not,
a date.
no.
We'll be on the other side. You won't even know we're
Unless
there.
you want me to make a sign that says
Mhm.
have a good date or like hope you win your date. If you want that, I could do that. I didn't intend to, but now it is becoming more appealing because it is more funny.
Please don't.
Very well, I will not. Fine.
Okay. PJ, where's Morel?
So Morel said that he was going to go get the horses for the race. You can pretty much put two and two together that he is going to the second ring to the kind of the farmlands of Islay and Nadir to get a horse and enough land to race in.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go there, and I guess these two are following me because they won't address their own sexual tension, so they're putting it on me, and that's fine.
We're going to walk way far behind. I am going to make Tobias walk way far behind.
Geonibus is going to see Tobias with a parchment scrawling out, hope you win your date.
She's going to accidentally bump him so the ink spills. Oh, I'm so sorry.
He continues in spite of the giant ink spill. It is now illegible. It's about the spirit of things. And he crumples it up.
absolutely.
It's about the faith I have. And he tosses
Mhm.
it over his shoulder.
Okay, how long does it take to get to the horse place?
It takes a few minutes, long enough for these two to have their odd couple moment. And while they're doing that, waiting to get a quick message back, but I'll wait for that. I'll just keep pushing on for a bit and we'll connect there. So yeah, after a couple of minutes, you finally get to this large chunk of grass and field land. It's funny too because the road is completely paved in marble and platinum, like metallic platinum ore, and then suddenly it shifts into abruptly into fresh grass, lush earth and vegetation, and you see a bunch of clerics wearing just farm gear, just farming and taking in the crops. And one of them looks up to you and he goes, "Oh, howdy. Are you looking for the big feller that took the two horses?"
Yeah, that,
Big
yep,
fella.
yes, I am.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's out by the golden acres. The only place big enough for a race is where we told him. So when you see a bunch of golden vegetables, that's where you stop.
Oh, thank you so much. Golden vegetables. Huh. Never seen that in my life. She keeps walking over this way. Are the golden vegetables corn?
As you start walking, the green grass does seem to have a golden luster that slowly builds in the blades of grass and the vegetation until finally you get to a massive part of the field where all the grass is like up to the knee in bright gold shining in the light. You see corn stalks, you see wheat, you see trees made entirely out of gold. Basically everything here, it just naturally occurs with a very golden luster to it. And in the middle of the field, you see these two powerful horses, one with a kind of a chestnut brown coat with a little white diamond on their nose and jet black hair, and the other one with a light kind of caramel sandy brown coloring with a matching kind of caramel blonde mane. And they're kind of holding both reins, armor off, but wearing their casual, normal clothes. You see Morel just kind of like rubbing their noses and talking to them in this field. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you good little horses, are you? Yeah, you are. You're gonna race really fast, yeah? Okay, good. It's gotta be a fair competition." "Oh, hello. That's good. Good to see you though. The horses
Is it-
already."
When does it become clear that there is no one but them.
It's literally Morel, these 2 horses, and you 3.
We are very far behind. But if I notice, as soon as I notice that there is no one else there, I believe Shiodamus and I just look at each other, nod, and turn the fuck around.
Sam, do you want to be there as well for this?
Yes, absolutely. And I will say that we've had an Arepa journey, and Ichi has eaten her fill and had a great time with this person, all off screen. You can write your fan fiction as you will. And we just end up somewhere where we see these things happening.
Yeah. So you see, sure enough, she comes in and you see Kimama carrying a bunch of boxes, and she's like, if you think it's really good, try dipping it in like, I think they call it rancher sauce. It's so much better in the ranchers than it is in the sugary red stuff. Oh, the rancher's so good.
You had buffalo sauce though?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how they milk the buffalo to get it, but
I don't
it's
know
really
how,
good.
right?
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah.
Magic is beautiful.
Oh, you think these are great? You have to have some of the golden apples in the back of the. Oh, cool. Look at that. He's gonna horse race, I guess.
Is that
And we are just
Alana?
walking away from that
Is it?
entire soiree.
Come with me. Hey guys. Hey guys.
You guys.
What's up? What's happening? This is my friend.
Ilona's on a date. We're not going to interrupt it.
We're not?
No.
No, it's with Morel. It's been like so long. So yeah.
I elbow my new friend. What's her name again?
Her name is her full name is Kimalma, Chmalma, Kimalma, and her last name is Guatemoc, Guatemoc, like almost like Guatemala, but it's Guatemoc. So it's Kimalma, Guatemoc.
Has she confirmed some kind of nickname that I'm allowed to use?
But you can call me Kim.
That's what I was hoping for.
If you want to call her Kim, you can. Back home, everyone.
Oh, go ahead.
No. Back home, everyone calls her Blue Feather.
Okay. I wanted to know if we bonded enough over arepas that I could call her Kimmy.
She loves that. She's like,
okay.
Yes, that sounds so cute. Yes, call me Kimmy. I like that.
Okay. Hey guys, this is Kimmy. Hey Kimmy, my friend's on a date over there.
Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm one of the drill sergeants here. Well, I know you. Whatever you. But
this is the illustrious Shionavis.
Oh, well, it's
She's not a princess. She looks like one, but she's not.
Oh, she takes off her like awesome eagle helmet, kind of tucks it under her arm, and then bows to you. She goes, princess or not, still great to meet you. Hope you're having a good time here on the island.
So, Kimmy, you want to stick around and watch my friend over there on a date?
Yeah, let's get some of the snacks that we got.
No.
Like in a arepa bucket. And we're just like
some fucking KFC.
All right, so being enough in the distance that you can kind of see Malona, good lord, Morel and Alona, like little
name.
Nope, just saying, you can see them. And Alona, you can see your friends as like little blips on the horizon. They can see you as little blips on the horizon. Morel is currently brushing the mane of one of the horses, and he goes, "Oh, I guess they were curious who's going to win the race." Kind of waves. Hello.
Blown the cover.
Alona was looking forward to this, and now she's really uncomfortable. But
we gotta go.
And she looks at Morale just like picturesque, just attractive person pushing horses, and she goes, "Where are we racing to?"
Well, I know you like speed. And so I figured what we could do is just take this entire path to the first ring and go down by the docks. So the first person that gets to the dock and dismounts wins.
That's far.
Oh yeah, but I mean these horses can handle it, and I'm probably gonna need as much land to catch up with you as possible. So why not?
I promise I won't cheat.
I've never believed that you would for a minute, and I promise I won't cheat either.
All right. Which one's yours?
I figured lady could have first choice. This one's name is Augie, and this one's name is Buttersquash.
Oh, how do I? Huh. All right, I'm rolling a d4. 1 and 2 for Augie, 3 and 4 for Buttersquash. It's Buttersquash.
Buttersquash.
All right. So Buttersquash is the kind of more the golden caramel color, and you know they put a saddle on it. You get right up on that bad boy. Where I was like, "All right, Augie, come here, buddy. All right, now give me a perception check as he whispers the horse."
Okay. Perception check bad. Alone is nervous.
Okay,
Perception
so-
check not good.
I can't believe he's trying to convince the horse to take the fall.
I rolled a 4.
A 4. Okay, all you can hear him say is something, 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 karma, something, something, something. And he goes, and he grabs the horse, looks at his eyes. All right, we good? We get each other? All right. And then he saddles up, and you can tell it's kind of palpable how nervous he is. All right. So on the count of 3, we're going to snap the reins, click our heels, and then we go, yeah?
Yeah, who's counting down?
Um,
Wouldn't that give you an unfair advantage because you know exactly when you're counting?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay. All right. We'll do it together. All right. Say 1, 2, 3, go. And then we go and go.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Okay. Okay. All right. 1.
2.
Oh, no. 3.
3.
Yeah.
Go.
And now we're going to do a chase scene. All right. So it's a race. It's the first person to get more successes in a row. We want to get a total of 6 successes.
Okay.
Criticals will count as 2.
Oh.
So we're going to do first the breakaway. Now for this, it's going to be basically contested number, acrobatics for the ride check.
Are you kidding? Oh no. Are you? Oh no. Oh no. 8. That's
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
Do I get any bonuses?
You get bonuses for, I guess, just whatever your race is, whatever your race, or your acrobatics bonuses.
Yeah, okay. I got an 8.
Okay. Yeah, Morella got a 25.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So he off the go just starts. He and Augie just bullet out of this first round. So now as you start running up to each other, you start noticing that this is farmland. So there's a lot of really uneven land and a lot of really bad like gopher holes and things like that. And now maneuverability is key. You need to make a nature check to handle the animals. So now you get to roll a nature check.
Yes. Good. I'm better at that than acrobatics. Jeez. And I'm very happy with that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Morel's total nature check was of 7. What was yours?
30.
Good Lord. Okay. Yeah. You basically critically succeed that. You get 2 points. As he's charging up in front of you, he's sitting there going, oh, no, please don't hurt your ankle. Please don't hurt your ankle. Trying to get the horse around. You're describe how you're just zipping through this next part of the race to get to the next part of the race.
Well, Alona's speed demon is surfacing again. This time because she's never experienced free riding really on a horse before racing. The kart racing is different because you kind of have to pay attention to the people on the back, kind of. And then now that there's no people behind her, she's a natural, man. She's like zip zapping around. She remembers all the teaching that the person that she trained with in Nubia taught her, and all those times that she and Chio went riding, and she's just like, I got this.
All right, yeah, and sure enough, that massive gap quickly gets overtaken as you're speeding over these gopher holes. Now it's neck and neck, and you're just moving. The horses, their hooves are pounding the dirt. All of a sudden, you see an unusual shadow start to kind of eclipse the corner of your eye. This next obstacle is going to be a bunch of low-hanging branches. I need you to make a check that would make sense for you on how you're going to avoid low-hanging branches.
What is the roll for cuddling? Because if you cuddle the horse, then you'll be low.
That's true.
You can make that acrobatics. You can make that
Nope.
stealth.
That's not a stealth cuddling.
Survival.
You know what? I'll give you that because it was going on the side flank of the horse is what a lot of riders use to like avoid enemy fire. So yeah, absolutely.
Oh, great. Good. Yeah, we're gonna do that. No hero point. Screw it, man. Hero point me up. We're not getting in any battles this episode. Hope not. There's only 40 minutes left. What the fuck?
The only battle here is a battle of wits.
That's
And love.
That's
and love.
That's an 18.
18. All right.
Call
well,
that
Morel,
the Battle of Hearts, guys.
You're so right.
Battle of Hearts. Well, Morel. He doesn't have a name anymore. Morel rolled a die face 2. So you absolutely win this round.
Buddy.
He is, as you start moving through to talk about how badly he's losing, he just goes, well, first of all, how are you dodging? You're going side flank?
Oh yeah, dude. I guarantee Chio taught me that. I guarantee she's like, you want to see something cool? Went over to the side. If it makes you feel better, I also rolled it too. Until I did my other roll. So
Yeah. It's okay. So you drop by and Morellis goes, oh God, did you fall off? And then it looks and goes, branch, quack, gets hit in the head. And he just kind of like has a hard time finding his reins, and he kind of keeps his head down and he goes, I am too large for these trees. I hate it. But you're able to finally get past the low-hanging branches. You are now in the lead. As Morel is struggling to kind of pass you on the left, as you start to continue, you're just about getting towards the end of some of the gold harvest area, and there is a massive stone structure to kind of divide the farmland up. So now you have a big stone boulder in the way. How are you going to get around this obstacle?
that's a nice boulder. Let's see. I'm not good at a lot of things. Namely things that would be very helpful right now. Can I intimidate the boulder? No, that's not gonna work. Nature check on the boulder.
You can do a nature check on the horse for animal handling to do something interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
Horse parkour?
Yeah,
Parkour,
horse parkour. Who needs acrobatics when you have horse parkour?
I
That
believe
is
that's just called dressage.
dressage. Fancy. I believe you. Let's see. That's a 30.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. So you and Morel get this giant rock. And Morel gives this command in Akkadian with a whistle and a sharp whip, and the horse just jumps over it. You give a command in Alona, and the horse is able to soar over the rock.
I imagine it's just a terrified scream. And the horse intuitively knows to jump over the rock.
It's like, oh shit, danger, jump. Okay, we're getting pretty close to the end here. Alona has 5 success points. 1 more point, you can win the race. Morel is halfway there. Who knows? This might work in his favor, or maybe he might lose. That being
Get a fourth
said,
date.
you're moving closer and closer. You see the green fields start to end, and the dock is just in sight. Suddenly, a large boar comes out, snorting and gurgling with its tusks, and looks at you all, gets mad, and starts charging you. Morel just goes, "Oh, bloody hells no." The question is, what are you going to do to get around this obstacle of a pissed off boar?
What? Okay. I'm gonna intimidate the freaking boar.
All right, let's go. Morel's going to do the same.
Oh my god. This boar is terrified. Literally terrified. I rolled a 19 and my intimidation check is a 10. So that's a 29.
29. Okay, that's really, really good. Morello is able to get a success as he's just shouting at the boar, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way!"
You want to know what Alona yells?
Yes.
Move! We're on a date!
Got him.
Gotta make a d20 roll here. Okay. So you say that. The boar suddenly finally scurries off. You, with that like 19 die face and everything else, you critically succeed, getting 7 out of the 6 points needed to win the race. You start getting to the end, you see the dock in view, and you hear, what? Kind of start trailing behind you as you get to the docks. And you and Buttersquash are right there. You can dismount if you want.
Yep. Off the horse I go.
So as you're off the horse, Morel slowly kind of trots up on the horse. Just tick, 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 tick. No, you won. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That boar bit was weird.
Yeah. Freaking boar out of nowhere, am I right?
Yeah.
So you won. So that means I have to do what I agreed that I would do. And then Morel kind of, dismounts the horse, opens up a leather pouch, reaches in, pulls out a book that's been, curled from years of reading.
Right now? Here?
Well, so
in
goes,
public?
I promised I would read it. If you want to, we can go back up the way into the Goldie fields.
Oh no, this is fine.
All right.
Does Alona know that we're here? Is it really?
Oh,
does it
we're
seem
not
like
there.
Public? Okay.
We're
yeah.
very not there.
Unless you could run like 60 miles an hour, it's
Right,
very hard for you
right.
to have caught up. So Morel though looks at the book. He goes, I feel like before I read the contents of this book to you, that I've only read once, just because I was curious. What did you mean we were on a date?
Well, I was informed that when two people hang out individually,
Okay.
and they have something that it's a date, and I wanted to check in with you because we had not communicated that properly, whether or not this was a date.
I mean, I was just following up on a promise. You know, we said we would do this, and it sounded like fun, and I made a word. That's what I thought. Do you want this to be a date? No pressure, doesn't have to be. Like we were just two people having a race.
Right. Yeah, we were just two people having a race.
I mean, unless you want us to be a date, it could be a date.
What? I didn't say that.
Well, I don't. Are you sure? Because like I get the vibe that you're feeling conflicted.
Deception check.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Sassy Alona.
All right. What do you
I
lie and say
literally,
no?
I kid you not. Because apparently Alona's like me, and she needs positive confirmation, and someone to make a decision. And so she is going to say, no, it wasn't a date. You're right. We were just two people hanging out. And thank you so much for teaching me about this thing. I really appreciate it. You are a really good friend.
Yeah. It's just the material in this book would be a lot easier to read if it was a date. If you would you like to? So since I lost the race, I'm going to read from the book. Would you like to go read it on a date? Would you like to go read it on a date? Would you like? There's a great tavern. I can get some mead, some ale, some wine. We could read it on a reading date.
Did you just say a reading date?
Yeah, it's like a date, but all you gotta do is read books. Nothing else has to happen. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'd like that a lot.
Okay. Great. Great. Do you we can go right now. There's this place called the Four Leaf Clover, the Full Silver Clovers. We gotta get a drink and go read it on date.
Okay.
All right. Okay. That's good. Let's go. And then I will read for you the Kama Sutra. I don't know why you want me to bloody read that to you, but we'll read it.
I have recorded 20 psychic damage on my sheet from this entire scene. And as I am also named the character, that has also been applied to my sheet.
I did see you screaming behind your muted microphone during that interaction.
The best part is it was never muted. I'm just quiet and silent screaming.
Oh yeah, you weren't here when we
I forgot
discovered
about that.
that the book Alona was referring to was in fact the Kama Sutra, because she found it in the library when she was, back home with Shionibus, and Shionibus wouldn't teach her what the book meant, so she thought that Morale did.
Yeah, so she was like, karma, it's like a wrestling book. And Morel's like, oh yeah, no, I know lots of wrestling styles. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna jump back to everyone else. You're miles away. What are you going to do?
Well, I thought that would be funner than it was. They kind of just got on the horses and then rode away.
That's why I said we had to go. Just listen to me.
Sorry, Kimmy. Yeah, y'all want to...
Kimmy.
Kimmy.
Blue feather.
Yeah, how's it going?
All right.
Yeah.
Kimmy. I
Oh,
won't
she-
make formal note of it.
Please don't.
I
Drill
won't.
Sergeant requests that this be dropped immediately.
Ha! Phenomenal. Yes, well, my double date is ruined. So snacks.
Snacks.
This is going to be like an actual date?
Well, yeah, of course. I said it was a double date, and then you agreed to go. You fool.
I'm the fool.
Yes.
This was just a moral support for Alona.
Yeah, that's and I specifically stated double date, and then you agreed.
I don't know if
I follow Nineveh, who deals in oaths and such things. I did not mince my words. Which is why I said this date is ruined, because clearly you don't want to be on it anymore. Anyway, I need a
That's
snack.
not what I said.
Oh, would you like to be on it?
Have you talked to Hera lately?
No.
I just want to make sure, because if this is a double date, I don't want to get in the way.
No, they're doing
I'm gonna
their
start
own
walking. I'm gonna start walking.
I'm just like I feel like me and Kimmy this whole time are just like side-eyeing.
And so Tobias will naturally go follow Shianabis.
All right, so you're going. All right, so you go to. We're gonna go back to the. I guess Morel and Alona at the Four Clover Tavern. The tavern is a two-story wooden structure with some stone reinforcement, and you see everywhere on the infrastructure, like when you cross the door, there's a silver horseshoe. All over the place, you see like 4 separate clover leaves kind of put together to make one 4-leaf clover. You see like on the wall, hammered in like trophies and commemorative moments, golden coins embossed with the face of Kioma. This is a tavern of Kioma, and there is everyone is constantly taking their drinks and kind of putting them down over the like under the table, and then bringing them back up and drinking them. A cursory glance under all the tables shows a black cat walking through every single bench, and every time someone puts a drink down, just start lapping all the alcohol that they'll let them share, and they'll bring the glass up. And the cat just keeps walking around, gets a little tipsy, and then finds a place, and then just takes a nap.
Is it a magic cat? Because I'm pretty sure that would murder a normal animal. Am I wrong?
You can give me a religion check.
Religion check for drunk cat.
Drunk cat.
Wow. I am rolling so well tonight, and I'm very happy about it. It makes up for all of the other times I've rolled so bad. Holy heckin' 33.
Okay, you recognize this cat immediately. This is one of the 4 avatars of Kioma, the god of fortune and luck. This is the 4-leaf clover of no luck. This is the black cat that removes any positive or negative luck boons whatsoever. It's kind of like almost like a demigod house cat. Felix Chance probably loves and hates this thing.
Okay, so it's not bad luck, it's no luck.
Yeah.
It's this black cat is just a neutralizer of energy.
Correct.
I love that with my whole heart. That is so cool. Does this cat talk?
Have you tried talking to
Is
it?
this a talking cat?
It just went to bed. I don't want to wake it
Is it
up.
Thackeray Binks? Because that's all I thought of.
Thackeray Binks. I'm just happy there's a cat. Okay, it's time to get a drink.
Yeah. And Morel is just like, I really thought I just did. Can I get whiskey, please? Strongest you got.
Me too.
Yes, 2 of your strongest whiskeys.
My temptation to have us walk in at this very moment is very, very strong. Is that what we're doing?
I will, if Alona doesn't mind entering, yes. By all means, the 3 of you enter the scene as you see a black cat drunk off its ass sitting in this lovely plush pillow, and Morel and Alona ask for the strongest whiskeys they got.
I will follow up. Make it 4.
I was gonna say, are we walking in arguing about this? How this wasn't a double date?
We can be. Which is why I would have said make it 4.
All right, so the bartender looks at you and goes, "Oi, Master Tobias, Raphaelis,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the prowl again. Yeah, let me get you some whiskey. Right back.
Yes, that's what I am.
Is it technically a triple date because Ichi also has her lady friend?
You have
Oh
Kimmy
my
there.
god, we're all on dates.
So the guy comes back with 2 bottles of whiskey, kind of like around the necks. His fingers are holding onto it, and 6 glasses kind of all combined by the base. And he goes, "Oh, there's 6 of you, yeah? All right. We got a really keen spot for you in the back. 1 second. Oi, yeah, prepare the good table in the back, not outside. Yeah,
Are we all sitting
yeah.
together?
So they lead you out. There's this big, beautiful oak table reinforced with kind of like a velvety red carpeting, and you have like 2 halves of like 2 walls up, and it faces this beautiful waterfall that is one of the many boons and gifts to the world of half. It's basically this like almost like an infinity pool, but it's an infinity waterfall that just keeps rising and slowly falling. And like there's like a rainbow and some glitter. It's really beautiful. There's a little plaque that says this is one of the many gifts Half gave his wife Nadir when they got married and when they landed and fell in love. This is one of the many gifts he gave her. So it's this kind of beautiful. It's to symbolize that they'll be together forever.
So this is a very romantic location. Also, I literally have to point out that Effie Burton in the chat said, a very special Valentine's Day episode.
After observing that piece, and as the whiskeys get served, I'm going to look very genuinely into Shionabis's eyes and just be like, much like that gift of everlasting love, I can promise you there will be everlasting whiskey as long as we're at this bar.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I hope so.
Yes, exactly.
Gods, I hope so.
No. Actually, it's practically a guarantee.
So, are you buying for all of us then, or?
Yes. This is my domain.
I figured.
Oh. Tobias is buying the rounds for the
You
entire
shut-
bar! Yay!
I will slowly get up from the bar and look around at the patrons, as this is a more romantic spot. I assume that was out of line. I will hold up my hand. I will purchase 1 round for the bar. Please continue on your merry way and forget that was ever happening.
So at first you hear this, yeah. Oh, okay.
I look over to the bartender. I'm like, forgive my compatriots.
No. It's fine. You go the whiskey you need. I'll be in there. Just whatever. Talk to you then. And then they pop around. Like if you need anything, just come to the bar and ask.
I plan on sitting at the bar.
Okay, so the bar away from the table where everyone else is sitting at.
I wasn't sure if we were all going to properly invade the date. I would gesture myself towards the bar.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I would follow.
I will look back at Ilona and go, "Do enjoy your date," and go to the bar.
Can't hear you. So sorry, Sidney.
Guys, come back for a second.
We're back.
He will mid-stride walk backwards and kind of lean over. Yes, can I help you?
Okay, so it is a date.
Yes, I told you that.
I know. No, okay, we came to that conclusion on our own, but he's about to read me this book.
Okay.
It's a wrestling book.
That sounds like Ichi should read it.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Do you think that this bar is an appropriate place to read this wrestling book?
It's fine.
Okay.
Everyone's too drunk to care. That's how love happens, don't you know? And then he walks away.
It should be noted that the room is in the back and a little like down a hallway facing outside. So you can kind of still hear loud noises, but casual conversation will be completely lost by the structure.
So it'll be a private conversation on the Kama Sutra. Thank you, PJ. I just appreciate that reassurance.
Unless you want it to be public,
I sure don't.
All right. So Morel is just kind of standing up, like out of tension with the book.
He's announcing the book?
You want me to read this to you, yeah?
Well, the point was that I didn't understand what was going on in it.
Oh,
And because you are someone that is more experienced than I am, I was hoping that you could teach me some things in this book.
all right, look, I'm gonna level with you here. This book, right? Yes, it's true that there is bodies meeting bodies. It's not a book about wrestling. I'm sure Jonas had the best intentions. This is one of many treatises on suggestions and forms of experimentation with
Morel, what is it?
it's a book about how to have sex with people that you love.
Oh.
Yeah, or maybe not. I mean, I don't know. Whatever the champions are doing these days. Look, it's a book about how to make sure that when you care about someone and you want them to have lots of pleasure, you can do that.
Morel, I know what sex is.
Oh, thank God. To the raid with a passion flower. I don't know what
Listen.
you. I'm so sorry.
Hi, Raid.
Hi, Raid. Wow, we have a lot of amazing Raid. Thank you. You came in at the best time. You really did.
We're reading the Kama Sutra on a date.
Oh man. Hello.
For the record, I did not give her this book. She went and found it on her own.
Library, and you wouldn't tell me what it was. And so, okay, Rel, thank you for being completely honest with me. I understand why this would be kind of uncomfortable and kind of nerve-wracking to explain to somebody, but I mean, I know what it is. I have read a lot of other books. But oh no. Did I just allude that Alona reads?
Oh yeah. It's real good. Ilona just has fucking libraries of smut.
She's got like
What do you-
fanfic all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Opens
Oh,
a
yeah.
bottle of wine and opens up, like, yes, tell me the tale of how two dragons made sweet love.
I mean, if you're a cloistered cleric, you can't be studying all the time.
You're
You gotta
right.
read for fun.
Yeah, read for pleasure, literally.
Yeah.
Thank you, Effie Burton, for the 10 gifted subs.
Thank you so much, Effie Burton. Thank you.
Okay. But thank you for being very clear on that. I want to have a conversation with you about this then, because I don't want to make you uncomfortable. After all, I mean, we just established that this was a date, and that seems like a lot for a first date, and I don't want to make you sweat, because it looks like you're sweating a lot.
A little bit, yeah. Not gonna lie, I would really love some more open communication. I was extremely nervous. I never thought I'd read the book out loud to someone on a date. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
On a first date?
On a reading date.
On a reading date.
Just two people reading together. That's all it is, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe whiskey will help.
Oh God, yes. Oh, by the passion flower, give me some of that whiskey. Oh man.
Do you want me to do a fortitude save?
Do you want to make a fortitude save to see if you get a little drunk?
Well, here's the deal. Alona doesn't drink. Yeah, I need to know if she's poisoned.
All right, go ahead, give me a fortitude save as you're drinking some very strong whiskey that you asked for.
Oh my gosh. That is bad.
You have one more hero point.
Oh, thanks. All right, I'm gonna use it.
'Cause you got two, right?
Yeah. No, I already used one.
Take mine. I don't need to be dragging you home.
Oh yeah. That's fair. We
We
learned
have
that
we have
Alona
people for that.
all of a sudden has a strong proclivity for liquor because she got a 22.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. So you can feel the warmth from the burn of the whiskey. Even though your face is starting to get a little warm in response. Yeah, you feel pretty sober and straightforward.
Oh, great, good. This means that I am actively engaged and too into this conversation to let myself go. That's something. Okay. Well, since this is a reading date, I have other books that we she remembers that the other book she has is the survival book that they talked about in Azmokan with all the rope. And she goes, oh, maybe not. Do I have other books? Was I allowed to take any of those prophecy books from the
Oh,
no, they
Libraries
had
of
to stay
smut are
there?
all you have.
Okay. Well, I guess it wouldn't really be much of a reading date if there was nothing to read. Maybe we can read the introduction.
you know what? I'm beginning to sense that this is a bit of an awkward discomfort. Why don't we put the whole book away and we just talk, right? Because I think communication is the strongest thing anyone can have with someone, friend or partner or battle brother. And if we're not communicating, what are we doing? Yeah. So here's the thing: book off the table. Just two people talking, drinking whiskey.
A talking whiskey date.
Exactly. There you go.
And then a reading date for later?
Of course.
If this date goes well, of course. If it doesn't go well, then you don't have to go on another date with me.
I will, reflect on this evening and see how I feel in the morning. So yeah, if this goes well, maybe I'll actually officially ask you out on a date and not like a stammering idiot.
Well, I kind of think it's cute when you're a stammering idiot.
So now when you say that, I just get more. It's yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Open communication
Right,
is
yeah,
hot.
that's what they say. All right, so my name is Morel. Azamar Harkisian, the second prince, dethroned of Arcadia. I'm banished from my home with no title or name other than the one that I have. My sister is one of the lead knights of the sisters, daughters of Nineveh. She leads a special operations unit. I've not seen my father since I was banished from my home, and I gave away my title and my position to save a young girl's life. Her name was Rebecca. She was 6 years old. And she was the only person that genuinely enjoyed my presence and awe. My brother Hamaz and I did everything we could to protect her family. And then eventually, the Acadians tried to send in a creature. And I went to fight that creature. I abandoned my post and disobeyed orders to do so. We were able to get everyone out of there in time except Rebecca. She got lost in the madness. What little I remember is that I went to save her life. I saw her there. I saw the creature. The Acadian wizards tried to restrain the creature. They tried to abandon the operation. Last minute as well, they could not. I fought the creature. I took a blow to the head. I woke up a few days later, and I was told that I had died in my sleep. I don't think it's true. I think they might just be dramatic because look at me. I'm not dead. I went back to Or to find Rebecca. Her mother was in tears. Said that I was not allowed to go visit her and that I should leave. For this act of treason, I was not allowed to return home. My father shaved my head and shaved my beard as an act of penance. I was stripped of my rank and title, and I was forced to walk the world, lost and confused and hurt. And then after a few months, I found this little place called Cobbledale. and I thought maybe I could better understand what my father was doing by attacking innocent people, and maybe I could understand what I did wrong, or not. And that's why I went to the vigil. And it's been a year since that day. And answers are nice, but you know what? Now my name is Mrel Harkisian, and I don't need answers. I am who I am.
Well, cheers to that. It is very nice to meet you, Morel Akisian.
Thank you. So, communication. What's your name?
My name's Alona. Just Alona. I don't have a last name. I don't remember. I have been a part of the Order of Aphra in Or since I was 8 years old. I don't remember my life before that. I just know that I was left on a doorstep with no memories. And the Order took me in, and I studied with them ever since. I turned and then I turned 25, and I got a vision from Aphra, from our God, telling me that I needed to leave my home, the only place I'd ever known my entire life, and go out into the big, wide open world and find her avatar. The person that would restore light and goodness and balance into this world and be a redeemer and be someone that was able of great good and retribution and healing and, all of our highest qualities. And the first person I met when I left home was you. A year ago today.
Oh, by the hell, is it really today?
You said it was today.
Yeah, well, a year ago today. Yeah, sorry, I got lost in the story. Oh my. Well, Alona, just Alona, it was a pleasure to meet you a year ago today, and it's a pleasure to meet you on this day a year after.
PJ, was Alona, I know Morel's a little bit older, but was Alona in Or when all of that was going on with the beast and Rebecca?
When that happened, you were probably there. Yeah, you would have been really little. You probably would have been like a peer, if not like a year or two younger than Rebecca.
Then Alona might not have been an Or, because if she showed up on the doorstep of the temple at 8 and Rebecca was 6, then
I see what your math is. Yeah.
Yeah. So Alona probably either she was there and she just doesn't remember, or she wasn't there at all. So that's good context for me too. Because I didn't have that. So I assume she probably wouldn't know. Listen, I know I was really mad at you, and I forgot I was really mad at you, and Nubia, when everyone found out Shionibus was a princess, when I knew, and I felt really special because I had that knowledge. And then you said you were a prince, and Shionibus knew, and I didn't. And I guess it's not really fair because I knew Shionibus was a princess before anybody else, but that was totally an accident. And I guess I just thought that we were closer than that. And I was upset that you didn't Tell me first.
My apologies. When I met you, my rank had been stripped of me. I'm a prince in name only. If I go back to Acadia and my father finds out, I could be killed for treason again. Or attempted to be killed for treason. I'm not a prince. It's like it says hello, my name is Mr. Morel, but it says like hello, my name is Prince Morel. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a title I once had.
So when did you find Afra then, Morel?
When I was lost, when I was told to leave by my father, I had a few directions I could go. I could go further east and go to Enchelator, or I could go west. And for reasons, I did not want to go to Enchelator. Instead, I just moved westward aimlessly, and somewhere along the road, I had a very deep prayer, very deep dream, and that's where I met Afra. I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe she's the one that kept me from being completely dead when the Barghest gave me these 3 scars. The beast.
So if our goddess saved you from dying when you weren't even following her, and then you found her in a dream, I mean, I don't know if Afra really talking to anybody but the 2 of us.
I'm very new at this. I don't really know myself either. But you know what? We've been doing this for a year now, and I haven't seen any new weird things kicking off. So I'm pretty secure. I'm just giving a second chance. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's just a coincidence.
I mean, coincidence happen all the time, eh? Look, I don't know you're going to be at the Vigil of Forgiveness Day on Gobbledale, but I went there. I didn't know it was going to be Woodwit. Love that little bloke. Ran into him. I had no idea I was going to meet Joey. Love that little sprout. Oh, he's adorable. I'll miss him.
Right, where's Joey? We keep abandoning our child.
Why do you abandon your child?
Hey, we're horrible parents, all of us. All right. Well, let's another toast to everyone in our party getting to know each other a little better. Maybe now that the world isn't okay, the world probably is ending again. Of course. But maybe this time it won't be as chaotic. And we'll actually get to know each other instead of just, accomplishing a series of tasks so the world doesn't implode.
I mean,
together.
Yeah, every step of the way. Let's go. Let's do this together.
Together.
At this time, Tobias, as you're having drinks at the bar, one of the clerics from the Platinum Hammer headquarters summons you. Sir.
Busy, I'm on a date.
Yeah. Your dates can come
this is gonna
too.
wave.
Oh, you dog, you. All right, listen. So we need everyone present for something new.
Did they actually have something with which to talk about this time?
Yeah. It's confidential, but they're gonna need everyone present. It's about a prophecy.
Ugh. Am I bringing everyone?
Yeah. Everyone.
There are multiple people on dates here.
I believe the rule, the order was everyone that was present at the meeting that could have been a missive when you left.
And this one can't be a missive.
No.
Tell them I'll be there in a half an hour.
You should probably go now, so it's
I
gonna take
said-
about that. Yes, Grand Marshal. Grand Hospitalier. Sorry,
Yeah.
Grand Hospitalier. We'll see you in 30 minutes, and then he runs off.
Anyway, it's a good day.
So how did you and Morel even meet to begin with?
Great question.
And we pan to the clock going tick, tick, tick.
Tick, 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 tick. 3 hours later. So after about 30 minutes, you are now back at the Sarkon, and you are in the main office.
I will have brought a drink.
Of course. Cash goes, oh, good. Oh, good. You have alcohol. Okay, fine.
I wasn't sure if this was going to be another meeting that didn't need to be one. You
I-
haven't
I-
set my expectations very high upon my immediate return.
No, I think you're gonna like this. Elkosh, could you please explain to them what we have figured out? Elkosh goes, oh yes, of course. So while you were gone, I did some more research into, I believe, the one about the repetitious thing. There is, of course, someone who's meant to be a martyr, someone who's meant to die for a cause, as it were. At least that's what the prophecy says. So now what we need to do is to figure out and find this martyr. We have found a way, from what little we know, and admittedly, this is not perfect science we're working with here. If you all could one at a time attempt to grab the platinum hammer on the table. We've placed an orb on the table. Next to it, you see. When you grab the hammer, the orb will
Tobias just goes to grab it.
light up. But we
Can I
do you
try to
wanna-
stop him and grab his shoulder?
Okay.
What are you doing?
Just seeing that it is not me now, so I can be rid of this meeting.
Well, how about this? We know you work for us, so it's redundancy. Why don't we see, Alona, you seem to be very blessed, even though you haven't really been with us for long. Why don't you touch the hammer and see what happens?
I love that you're going through my associates' identities to find a martyr. That's not a very good look.
Apologies, but needs must.
Why would it be
Well,
amongst them?
Could
yeah.
be anyone.
Which is-
Anyone divine, favored, even though you don't know it or like it, you could be favored, who knows? And from what I've heard, apparently the gods absolutely talk to you lot, so who knows? Maybe you are favored.
So your theory is that you want us, each of us, because we saved the world, because somehow we seem special. You want us to touch this hammer to see if we're chosen. And what if we're not?
I think we find who is.
And what if they are?
Then we go to step 2.
And that is
First, let's find the martyr.
no.
Step 2 is we decide the rest of the prophecy. We figure out what needs must be done and what this martyr needs to do. Besides, of course, martyr themselves, but why, for what, how, when, things like of this nature.
It's fine, Tobias. Nothing's gonna happen anyway.
Ah, yes, nothing could go wrong. Touch the fucking hammer.
Ilona takes off her glove and touches the hammer.
You feel its powerful but cold haft in your grip. You look at the orb on the table.
You're reminded of smut.
It's strong and pulsing. It feels safe. No,
Oh,
kidding.
He just takes it too far.
My roommates are so mad at me right now.
It's okay. It's only
Screaming
because I'm
too
making
much.
you mad. So I'll get thrown on that bus. But you
You're fine.
grab the hammer, the maul. You look at the orb. No light comes out from the orb. A few minutes pass, and this continues to be the case. Alkash looks around. Maybe the princess of the desert, the daughter of the god of death, martyrdom and death and judgment. That seems to make sense.
Yeah, it seems to have always followed me around. I'll walk up to the hammer.
You grab it. You look at the orb. Seconds pass. Minutes pass. You see a bit of a flickering light until you realize it's the setting sun and catching the reflection through the window, and you realize you are not the one.
Tobias takes another drink immediately.
I suppose. The warrior of Asmacon. I heard as peacemakers, you sometimes decide between life or death. Maybe as a martyr, that could be related.
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Ichi walks up and wipes arepa grease on her hand, on her pants first. Just
All right.
kind of,
Just kind of wipe your.
still a little greasy.
Yeah.
Then grabs the thing.
Your hand very familiar with wielding mauls in combat. You grab it. You look at the orb. Is it change color? No, it's just the drapery underneath it. Minutes pass. Nope. No light in the orb for you? The fellow Acadian, it's a pleasure to see you, Morel, again. We've never met. I love that you think that. Go ahead, grab the hammer. Morel looks at him confused. Slowly grabs the hammer. Hesitates for a bit. How do I know you? Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Grabs the hammer. No light appears from the orb whatsoever. Oh, okay. Huh. I guess Morel gets to live another day. And then Elkosh goes, Grand Hospitalia, could you humor a silly cleric?
Yes, the thing I was going to do at the beginning to ensure that he does so.
Just for redundancy's sake, might as well knock it out of the way.
He does so.
The minute you grab the hammer, the orb beams with light.
That's what I thought.
Oh.
As you're looking at this orb, you are reminded of your childhood. You suddenly hear every voice as a kid. You remember crying when you wake up and the priests of the Platinum Hammer come by and they go, sorry, your mother left at night. She gave you with us. You're in our care now. But it's okay. It's okay. She told us you're a very special boy. You were born under a special star sign and you are going to be doing something tremendous with your life.
The shit I've heard in my head over and over. Tobias is let go at this point and his hand is down on the table, grabbing his cup, just leaning down and looking at the other grand hammers.
You remember in your head, every single person you ever asked out was like, yeah, I'd love to date the chosen one. You're so, yes. And as you continue to date them and talk to them and get to know them, you realize they only said yes because you were the golden boy.
He finishes his drink, slamming it down, and chucks the glass across the room.
Cash shouts, I'm sorry, Tobias. I'm so sorry. Look, you knew this day was going to come eventually. I know that we have been training you and getting you ready. I didn't think it was this.
You didn't get me ready and train me for this.
We didn't know. You were under a holy star. You were important. We didn't know it was as a martyr. We thought it was a healer, a voice of one of the gods. We didn't know this would be your prophecy.
Step 2 then.
All right.
Get on your research. I'll be in my office. Tobias will unceremoniously walk into his office and slam the door.
Cash looks to everyone.
You hear breaking glass.
This is a rough day. No one knew that he was born for this. We just knew he was born for something great. He rose the ranks as a healer so fast. We didn't know this is why. Why don't you all give him some space? In fact, Hammers, depart the office. I think the man needs some space. And that is where we're going to end episode 5 of Edge of Legend Season 2.
How are we going to keep going without you?
Right? God.
Yes, it should be noted that unfortunately and kind of tragically timed, this is going to be Tobias's last episode with us as a guest. If schedules permit and you want to jump back in, obviously, talk to us. I'm sure we'd love to have you.
Yeah, happy to.
All right. Well, that being said, let us say our goodbyes for the night, starting with Sidney. Please, Sidney, tell me who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello! You can find me all over the internet at Sidney Rubino. That is Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. I'm all over the place. When I'm not here with these lovely people on Wednesday nights, I'm on another homebrew stream. This one is actually D&D 5e, and it happens on Saturday night, starting at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Exquisite Corpse Exquisite Corpse Presents channel. That one is okay, so we're gay, all of us. And
Yes.
Okay,
it takes-
so
yes,
we're gay.
all gay, very chaotic. It is in a post-nuclear alternative world society that happens in the South. It is wild, and I love it. So if you want to catch me on other streams, catch me over there. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. And I can't believe you raided those people that are here from the raid. I can't believe you raided at that.
Also, thank you,
specific
Effie Burton, for 2,000 bits.
Yes, Effie Burton,
Aw.
thank you so much for all the love, and thank you
Mhm.
everyone that rated us. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to take so many notes just so I can probably say thank you.
Yeah. Next.
Next up, we have Kylie. Please, Kylie, tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Dude, I'm writing notes. Hold
Busy
on.
taking notes. Do you want me to go to Sam and you can take some
Yes.
notes? Okay,
I
Sam,
got it.
please, Sam.
I got you. Hello, I'm Sam. You can find me all over the internet at Hey Sam Sterling. If you have a nerd in your life who you want to send some love, go to my TikTok and watch my most recent video in which I have made a Valentine for those of you in your life who have nerds for lovers, and you can send it to them and really convey how much time you just want to spend with them. And you have to watch it to know what I truly mean by that. But yes, that is all. Maybe there'll be more of those. Other than that, love you all. Thank you so much for watching us every night, every Wednesday night.
Thank you so much. All right, Kylie, you ready?
Hi, I'm Kylie, or Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. You can find me at Kai's Wonderful Life all over the internet, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. When I'm not here on Fridays, right here on Twitch, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, I'm over on Chromatic Dice, where we're playing a 5e D&D game, which is just wild. We just started season 2, so you still got time to come and fill in and check it out and all that stuff. And you can win free dice, and who doesn't want to win free dice? So just a thought. When I'm not there and or here on Sundays at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, here on Twitch again, over at Asgard D&D Adventures. Yeah, that's right. I play another 5e campaign where I'm a sassy gunslinger who maybe just turned her whole party evil, back to being evil. We'll find out how that goes.
Yeah. Well, last and certainly not least, Tobias Raphaelis of House Raphaelis, Grand Hospitalier of the
And
Platinum
Grand
Hammer,
Martyr.
and Grand Martyr of the Platinum Hammer. We'll
Hell
see.
yeah.
Please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet or, real life.
Hell yeah. So, hi, I'm Tobias. I had a wonderful month getting to game with these wonderful nerds. Thank you, PJ, for being a phenomenal DM. If you wish to find me on the interwebs, the easiest way for like my social media landing page is beacons.ai/Tobias. Otherwise, it's at Tobias McCurry on pretty much every social platform. I'm Springfield Studios, though, here on Twitch. Otherwise, I am boarding a plane in about 5 hours to go to Atlanta for the Atlanta Steampunk Expo as a guest, where I will talk to nerds about making cool costumes and dumb shit. It's not really dumb, but you know, you see enough like armor that shoots fire over the years and jazz like that. It's for the power of stupid, and that's
sounds
what I really like to promote.
The opposite of dumb.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds like really intelligent.
It's like dumb cool, but it's still dumb.
I love that you just casually talk about armor shooting off fire, like, you know, oh, ho
I
hum.
said that like it was an example. It's actually my armor.
That's fucking amazing, dude.
I'm flying with my stilts as well.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I do. But yeah, so if you happen to be in Atlanta spontaneously this weekend and want to go to a steampunk exposition, I'll be there.
Nice. Awesome. Well, my name is PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.megaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Come find me, and let's have fun. When I'm not here with these amazing legends, and that includes everyone's ever been in and out of the show, even Tobias. You can find me here Monday nights 8 to 11 p.m., same nat time, same nat channel for Wayward Arcadium, a new show we started. I think we just did episode 2. It's a lot of fun. It's like what happens when you go to Galarion and you go to college and shit is crazy. So come check us out as we do collab with Goblins and Gays. It's an awesome time. 2 episodes are on our YouTube, Nat20 Prods. Great stuff, and more stuff about my life. So I don't know if the D&D game on 5e is going to happen on Thursday. We'll see. There's an announcement there. Also, I might be partnering with Wes to help him with some awesome I'm getting to play with Wes on his show Yeet for Initiative, which is potentially coming back from its hiatus Friday night. So we'll let you know about that more as it happens. I freaking love that man. I did a board game night with him, and like legit healed my soul a little bit.
Yeah,
like
Wes is very good.
He's a good. I would die for him. I mean, I don't plan on dying.
He's our third Megaw.
That's right. So we were talking about it's like the 3 goblins in a trench coat. The third is definitely Wes.
Yeah.
Wes made me pancakes once, and they were good. If we're all complimenting Wes, I might as well just
hop on the train.
Yeah. And before I forget, the absolute most important thank you I have to say is thank you to Joe Paloma, RTD, who is literally the best. They are super smart, super talented, quick on the changes when we need it, does the music. Joe's the best. So as always, thank you, Joe. RTD, the show would not happen without you. And
viewers like you.
And even if you don't send little like musical twinkles to talk to us, like metaphorically, through the computer wires, we feel like you do in our hearts. So that's what matters.
Though you should.
Thank you, Joe. You should.
Yeah.
Though you should.
You should. Yeah.
We need a TD God mic is what we need to figure out.
Alrighty. Well, without further ado, it's time for a raid. While I'm looking up someone to raid, what should our battle cry be as we join these wonderful people?
Smut.
Happy Valentine's Day.
No,
Or Smut.
What?
No.
How about Smutty Valentine's Day?
Smutty
Is
Valentine's
Smutty-
Day.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that's a raid call. I like it.
Maybe we'll see the vibe of this. Maybe they're not into that. I don't know.
Why not?
For pony, what does that mean?
Wait, what was the horse name?
Pony! That's such an awesome buttersquash.
Oh, buttersquash is the raid call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buttersquash.
So all of you awesome 30 legends, when you go to the hero zone we're about to raid, I want you to yell buttersquash. Just
Squash,
really.
not squash. Squash.
Thank you. You know, I'm not gonna tell them what they can do. It's their life. But when you get there, please shout buttersquash and just confuse the hell out of them. Let's let them know we're there. All right. In the meantime, for Pony.
Farewell.
Farewell,
All right.
everyone.
See you
Bye-bye.
again someday.
Raid dance.
Goodbye. You said the raid was canceled. Why?
I don't know. I didn't cancel it.
I don't know. Maybe you did.
Maybe I did.
On accident.
Maybe.
Accidentally.
We already have a
Everyone
raid in
just-
progress.
Just keep waving.
We already have a raid in progress.
Goodbye.
All right, whatever. Anyway, love you all, Buttersquash. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.